Hi, everybody, and welcome to Week 4 of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. I'm Jay Turner with Barren County head football coach Jackson Arnett. The Trojans traveled to Adair County last Friday night, and after a 90-minute delay due to storms and lightning in the Columbia area, the game finally kicked off at 8:30. It was a game of two teams evenly matched and a winnable game for the Trojans, and unfortunately a couple of missed extra points proved to be the deciding factor, with the Trojans going home with a 20-19 loss. And, Coach, both of us thought that we'd be sitting here tonight talking about a win, but unfortunately, that was not the case.
No, we got off to a slow start and couldn't recover from it. Took us a while to get going offensively. We finally got going and saw some good things. I was pleased with a lot of things offensively. You know, we still got to run the ball better and be better up front, but and then we didn't tackle well. But all things considered, we missed 2 extra points and lost by 1. So, as bad as we played, still should have won the game.
Do you think the hour-and-a-half delay hurt us more than it did at Adair County with us being on the road?
No, I don't. I mean, it affected both teams. Both teams had to sit in the locker room and sit there. So it was just a. I mean, you hate it for the kids and you want to get started and everybody's anxious, but I don't feel like it affected us more than I would like to think not anyway.
Let's go back to the beginning of the game and take it quarter by quarter if we can. And the first quarter, of course, we were scoreless. Both teams couldn't really get anything going offensively.
No, I mean, it was a slow start, sluggish start. Field was in good shape. Everything was fine there. We just struggled running the ball, and that's frustrating for me because we try to pride ourselves on running the ball, but once and there was a couple things that I'd like to have back play call wise, but we hesitated a little bit. Zach hadn't proven he could throw the ball yet, but he did. We finally let him loose and figured out that's what we were going to have to do to win. And he stepped up and played great.
And then about a minute into the second quarter is when things kind of got started. Adair County's Cameron Harmon scored that 19-yard run, which put them on the scoreboard first. And later the second quarter, they were in the red zone. But that's when defensive back Jackson Coots recovered an Adair County fumble.
Yep, big momentum swing for us, and we felt good about it. And, anytime your defense gets a turnover, that's huge for your offense and just huge for momentum, especially in a game like that one.
And then it was Trojan quarterback Zach Johnson. He threw a long pass to receiver Jamarcus Miley, an 84-yard pass play as Miley took it in for the touchdown. Extra point was blocked, but we were on the board 7-6.
Yep, good play. We isolated Jamarcus, and he beat his guy, he beat his defender, and didn't have any help over the top. And Zach threw a great ball, hit him in stride, and then Jamarcus took it the rest of the way.
Adair County answered right back with that 62-yard pass from Aaron Peck to Harmon, which was his second touchdown of the quarter, and it put the Indians up 14-6 at the half. And you're only down a touchdown. What do you tell your team at halftime?
Just to keep playing. We knew we played bad and knew that we should have been playing better, but we were only down a touchdown. All it was going to take was another score. And I thought they responded.
Then Adair County scored again in the third quarter, and it made it 20-6. But Trojans didn't give up, being down. And 10 minutes left in the game, Zach Johnson threw almost a bullet pass to a diving Jamarcus Miley. And a 21-yard pass, and Aaron Niken's kick cut the lead to 20-13. Got a little momentum going right there.
Yeah, we caught a little play that we thought would work against their defense, and Jamarcus beat his defender again. Zach threw a pretty good ball, led him a little bit more than we wanted him to, but Jamarcus, does what good players do and made a good play.
Adair County fumbled the ball on their next drive, and that's when Wyatt Pettigo made the recovery, and that set up a 26-yard play by Tyler Bush for a touchdown with 8:40 left, and that made the score 20-19.
Yeah, we set up a little play. We had been using Jamarcus. We've been trying to get him the ball a lot, and we faked one to him and threw it to Bush, and Bush just made guys miss and made a play. He had a good game Friday night, and that was huge for us too. Get that quick score after a turnover, and that was big for us. But we got to make extra points.
The extra point would have tied it, and of course that touchdown had to fire up the team then when you were only down 1 point.
Yeah, we felt we felt good about it. We knew what we had to do to move the ball, and we were doing it with success. And, the problem in the second half was we didn't have it very much. We just didn't have the ball very much. And, a couple big third down conversions by them. They kept the ball a long time.
Yeah, they kept the ball, took a lot of time off the clock, and then turned it over on downs with a little over a minute to go. And we had 88 yards we had to go. Still some hope there, though, Coach.
Yeah, we had a chance. We had a chance. We tried to go a long way. I mean, we were just going to have to go a long way. And, had some unfortunate things happen. The first play possibly goes for a touchdown, misses an open Gavin Withrow by a couple feet. So there's a lot of things that we look back and we can say whatever. We had had a miscommunication there at the end of the game, and we talked about it, and he owned up to it and admitted he just made a mistake, and that's all there was to it. And like a man does, he admitted it and told the team he was sorry. But that play, in no way, shape, or form.
No.
I mean, it's 4th and a mile anyway, and we're still having to go 80 yards. That play, doesn't affect the outcome of the game. And I hope people watch and understand that there was a million other things that we should have done, other than that play. And Zach played a great game, and I'm always going to stick up for him because he played a heck of a game. He threw for right at 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, and had 40, 50 yards rushing to add on top of that. So I mean, he was the reason we were in the game anyway.
That wasn't the play that got us beat there. Absolutely not. And I was even confused about the down marker. The guy that had the down marker didn't even change it until after we had actually spiked the ball. Because I know everybody was looking over there saying, well, it's 3rd down. And he had not even moved from the spot of where they were originally, because we went 5 yards there. And so he didn't change the down marker, and some of the guys kind of looked back over at the down marker and said, "Oh, I think it's 3rd down," and it's easy to get confused.
It happens.
Well, what'd you tell your team after the game?
I just told them that we knew we were better than we played, and that we've just got to keep our heads up and just keep moving forward. I told them I knew we had a big game this coming Friday, and we were back at home, and we just got to move forward. I mean, that game's over with. You can't do nothing about it now. We're only getting 10 of them. We got 7 left. So we might as well move on, forget about it, and try to be better, learn from it.
Stats for the game, according to our stat sheet, we had 219 total yards, 54 in the ground. Zach Johnson was 8 of 16 for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns. Johnson proved he could throw the ball.
Played well. He did a good job. It's like I told you, I hadn't let him loose yet because I didn't, this is his second full week really starting, and last week he threw the ball well, but we kind of made it easier for him. This week we gave him the option, more options, and he did a great job. I can't say enough about, Zach wasn't with us last year and comes on the team and wins the job, and I can't say enough about, how well he's done. I mean, he come in, won the job outright, and the rest is, he's a good player. And the kids love him, and he's a leader.
We had 1 turnover, 6 penalties for 65 yards. And, Coach, one of those I totally disagreed with, and we were on top of it. That was that horse collar penalty that was called against us.
A referee sees the back of the jersey get grabbed, he's going to call it. I disagree with it too. Went back and watched it on film. It didn't look like a penalty to me, but they don't pay me to make plays, make calls or anything. So just got to overcome it and deal with it.
Yeah. Adair County had 356 total yards, 294 which were on the ground, and I think Jaden Taylor had about 200 of those. Seemed we had a hard time tackling him.
He's a good little player. Quarterback and him both are hard to bring down. They hit it hard, and we got to do a better job tackling. That's just the bottom line. We have to.
Of course, they only had 62 yards in passing, 1 of 6, 2 turnovers, 17 first downs, and 8 penalties for 55 yards. Again, the Trojans played hard, never gave up when we were down 20-6.
Right, and that was one thing I told them. You proved tonight that you're not going to quit. And that is a good sign going forward.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, Trojan sophomore receiver Jamarcus Miley will join us, and we'll have more Trojan talk in a moment here on BCHS Live.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto, everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets, 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Back with more Trojan talk. Join us now is Trojan sophomore receiver Jamarcus Miley. Jamarcus was our offensive player of the game last week. He had 3 receptions, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jamarcus, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Talk about that first touchdown you scored that pulled your team within 7-6 there in the first half.
I just think that Zach threw it pretty good. Didn't think couldn't beat the corner. Got struggled because he had my back, and I just jumped up for it, caught it.
And that was a great catch you made. It was an 84-yard pass play from Johnson to you, and then we were down 20-6 with 10 minutes left in the game, and then another spectacular play, I thought, when Johnson threw that bullet pass to you, diving in the end zone. And that was a highlight play for sure. What went through your mind when the ball was coming to you on that play?
I really didn't think it was coming to me at first, but when I saw it in the air, I took off running real fast. Didn't think I was going to stand up and catch it. Just dove for it because it was way off a little.
Are you feeling more comfortable now with Johnson's passes?
I feel really comfortable.
What have you been working on this week to kind of get ready for your next game coming up against Monroe County?
We've been going more roundup, getting ready to get a lot of long passes and short.
How do you want to improve on your game week to week?
Good catches, full speed plays.
Well, Jamarcus, thanks for being on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck against the Falcons Friday night.
Okay.
That's Jamarcus Miley. And we're going to come back after this break. Coach Arnett will join me back here. We'll talk about the game against the Falcons tomorrow night here at Trojan Field as we continue Trojan Talk here on BCHS Live.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto, everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's three major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
You're watching
Back on Trojan Talk, I'm Jay Turner with Coach Jackson Arnett. The Monroe County Falcons come to Trojan Field tomorrow night. Coach Billy Joe Murphy is 1-2 on the season. Losses to Trigg County 34-20, and 4A state champ from last year, Franklin Simpson, 57-7. Last week they defeated Warren Central, who has now lost 27 straight by a score of 20-14. Monroe County blanked the Trojans last year in Tompkinsville 43-0. They went on to the third round of the 2A playoffs, lost to Glasgow in the region final, and they graduated 12 seniors off that 9-4 team, which included their quarterback and leading rusher Ty Mink, receivers Billy Michael Dyer, Braxton Walker, and Dylan Emberton, and they thumped us pretty good last year at Darrell Carter Stadium.
They did. That wasn't very fun. You know, they had a good team, and you know they just kind of come out and did their thing, and you know, that was just not a fun night.
Of course, they had a lot of experience on that team. You know, you talk about Ty Mink and Billy Michael Dyer. They'd been 4-year starters.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of good players. I mean, they were very, very solid. They were physical, and they could get it done on offense and on defense, and they were pretty good on special teams too.
Of course, this year they do return their second leading rusher from last year, Braden Murphy, along with Landon Stinson, and they're going through some injuries right now, especially at the quarterback spot. Curtis Pettit tore his ACL in practice, and then the backup quarterback, Tucker Glass, received a concussion in a game, and then now they're using a guy by the name of Gabe Henson, who's a senior at about 5'7", 5'8". I think we talked about it today. He moved in from Clay County, Tennessee.
Yeah, they've still got some guys that can play, and you know they're just not as experienced as they were, but that don't mean they're not going to come in and be physical and try to run the ball and pound the rock at us like they did last year.
Of course, they do have a few players that return on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, Braden Murphy and Landon Stinson are as good of players as you'll see around here. They're pretty good. They can fly around and hit, and you know they play both ways, play a lot of special teams. Just two. I mean, that's not the only guys they've got, obviously, but those are the two that you know you really stand out and see, and they do a pretty good job.
You know, even though we play in different classes, Barren and Monroe have become big rivals over the years, in addition to basketball, of course, being in the same district. And we was talking about stat comparisons today. You look at both quarterbacks, Zach Johnson, 16 of 39 for us, 320 yards and 3 touchdowns. And for Monroe County, Gabe Henson, 16 of 39, but 172 yards and 6 interceptions.
Yeah, they're similar. You know, they're kind of built the same, and they you know, they kind of look the same on film. I think we use Zach's arm a little more than they use his, but you know, seems pretty efficient. You know, they're both efficient guys.
You know, there's been a lot of games over the past. You know, you look at the records on the KHSAA over the past 20 years, and a lot of those games between Barren County and Monroe County have been decided by a touchdown or less. And looking at it, 5 of them by 1 point. It just goes to show how competitive these two teams go at each other.
I was talking to, I want to say it was Coach Cunningham maybe told me this, don't hold me to that, but this is the longest tenured rivalry for Barren County, is Monroe County. I didn't know that. They've been playing this game more consecutive years than any other team that Barron's played. Didn't know that.
Would it be 33 consecutive years, something like that?
Yes.
Since the consolidation of Tompkinsville and Gamelia? You know, we have something else to talk about, too, besides the stats that compare quite a bit, is the coaching staff between the two teams.
Yeah, I was looking on here. Coach Pettit, who I played for and Lincoln played for, well, tomorrow night there'll be 7 guys coaching tomorrow night that played for him. And when I look at the names, it looks like we were all within about a 5-year span of each other. So that's pretty neat. I mean, it's a testament to how good of a coach Coach Pettit is.
And just, you know, of course, Lincoln, who's now coaching with you over here. And you got Kelly Maxey.
I don't think Kelly played for John.
He didn't play for John? But
no, he did he play with John?
He played
before. It was me, Lincoln, Jacob London, Josh Harlan. That's for us. For them, Coach Murphy, Joseph Eaton, McHale High.
Yeah.
7 guys.
Well, a lot of connections there. And I don't really think I've ever mentioned this, but I remember when broadcasting Barren Monroe County football games over the years, and, of course, you were the quarterback for the Falcons, and you were on some very good teams. You know, you got to play in a couple of region finals, and now you're here at Barren County, year number 2, and I know you wouldn't, more than anything, you'd like to beat your alma mater tomorrow night.
You know, yeah, I mean, we obviously would like to win any game we play, but, you know, I mean, I don't try to think of it like that. You know, we had some good teams over there. We played a lot of, you know, that's where I played ball, and I'll always remember it. But, you know, the thing is Monroe County, you know, Adair County, Greenwood next week. I mean, we try to win every week, and, you know, this just so happens to be a game where before the game I'm going to see a lot of people I know. During the game I'm going to see a lot of people. After the game, going to see a ton of people I know. That's the main difference. You're just, you know, it won't be as hard as going back over there.
Right.
You know, that was a little different, but coming here, you know, this is where I'm at now, and you know, it's another game. You know, and the kids, I think they think of it that way too. It's another game. It's probably more difficult for the coaches who played there than anything. You know what I mean? It's just, but you got to think, because that's what it is. It's another football game. We're playing a team that we lost to last year that we'd like to get back at.
Sure.
So.
And of course, Coach John Pettit's now an assistant under Billy Joe Murphy. What's the team tried to improve on this week? What have you worked on to try to get ready? I know tackling has been a big thing for you.
Just tackling more. We tackle every day anyway, but we just, you know, you've got to. It's one of those things where we always try to focus on 3 things and stay steady at it and just try to get better at it every week, and that's hanging on to the ball, tackling the ball, and winning the special teams battle. And if we do those 3 things, we feel good about our chances.
Coach, good luck to you tomorrow night against the Falcons. Game time is 7 o'clock at Trojan Field. And if you can't make it out, join me along with John Butler, Robert Bauer, and sideline reporter Chad Withrow for the broadcast beginning at about 6:35 on 103.7 Nash Icon and online at ESPNKY.com. You got something else you want to say?
Tailgate.
You getting text and all this? Okay.
Tailgate tomorrow. It's going to be at 5 p.m. There's going to be a potluck. Trojan Walk is going to be at 5:30. Best decorated tailgate and fan contest will be at 6 p.m. Details are on Facebook.
Well, let's hope the weather is
per my mother.
Per your mother, okay. Well, let's hope the weather is not like it was last Friday night.
No kidding.
I know there's a chance in the forecast, about a 40% chance, something like that, of scattered. So hopefully it won't affect our Trojan Stadium here on Friday night. Join us every Thursday night, 6 o'clock for Trojan Talk, and of course, we want to thank Trojan player Jamarcus Miley for being with us tonight. So now for Coach Jackson Arnett and the entire BCHS Live production team, I'm Jay Turner. Thanks for watching.
fit the football team.
Pull this out like
Same as Johnson, 16 of 39, but for 172 yards and 6 interceptions. In rushing department, Braden Murphy, 42 carries, 133 yards. Landon Stinson, 11 carries for 97 and a touchdown. In receiving, Murphy has 11 receptions for 183 yards and 2 TDs. And individually on defense for Barren County, Landon Neal leads with tackles, 28. Easton Frazier with 18, Jackson Coots and Jake Gill with 15 each. And individually on defense for Monroe County, Braden Murphy with 38 tackles, Landon Stinson with 20, and Jamison Geralds with 16. We are 16 minutes away from kickoff of Barren County, Monroe County. We'll come back and take a look at some games around the area. We'll check the game time weather and the starting lineup straight ahead as you're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice of the Barren County Trojans, and I'm excited to host the first season of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. Trojan Talk is where I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with Barren County coaches and players. I hope you'll join us on Trojan Talk at 6 p.m. every Thursday night, right here on BCHS Live, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as local cable channels EPB 19 and SCRTC 97.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS.
Right, sponsored by South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Allen County, Scottsville, and Glasgow tonight over at Scotty Field. Both teams undefeated.
Allen will not be. But I do think they'll play hard, but I think Glasgow's probably got more team speed.
Campbellsville is at Greene County.
Campbellsville all over Greene.
Franklin Simpson at Greenwood.
Franklin Simpson will bounce back.
How about this one? Caverna at Hart County.
No, Hart County.
Todd Central at Hopkins County Central.
Hopkins County Central, though they're not very good, I don't think.
Here's a cross-county clash. Russellville at Logan County. Logan County's undefeated.
They will be. They may beat them 40-0. It may be one of the biggest scores they've had in that rivalry in a long time.
Russellville's down this year. Adair County at Metcalf.
Well, it could be interesting. Probably Adair. Metcalf's 0-3, but I think it'll be close.
Undefeated Grayson County at Ohio County.
Go with Grayson.
And undefeated Bowling Greens at Owensboro.
Got to go with the Purples.
Clinton County's at Pickett County, Tennessee.
Clinton County has won. Their scores are like 240-0 so far they've won. And in just 2 games.
Right.
I guess they'll win.
West Jessamines at Russell County.
Don't know anything about West Jessamine.
Central Hardin, who will be an opponent of ours next year, is at South Warren tonight.
South Warren, it may be the best team in 5A.
And LaRue County's at Taylor County.
Good game. LaRue.
John Hardin at Warren Central, who hasn't won in 27 straight.
Make it 28.
And Edmondson County's at Warren East.
Warren East can put some points up, but Edmondson I don't think can.
So there is the lineup of games. We'll try to give you some scores as the night goes on. Game time weather brought to you by A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, reminding everyone, please don't text and drive.
Beautiful.
Clouds and 79 degrees. It feels like 84. Humidity is 78%. There is a 30% chance of a shower scattered tonight, but I don't think it'll affect us any, which is good because we had an hour and a half delay last week at Adair County.
It's really cooled down since 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yep. Let's take a look at the lineups brought to you by SCRTC. Get things started with SCRTC's fast and reliable internet speeds today. Monroe County, under head coach Billy Joe Murphy in his third season. His assistant coaches are Joseph Eaton, Mikhail High, Randy Murphy, John Pettit, Dean Smith, and Sandy Taylor. Offensive lineman, Austin Belcher, 5'10", 233 senior. Aaron Riley, 5'10", 214, a senior. Chance Page, 6'4", 272 junior. Dakota Woods, 6', 225, a junior. And Brock Bowman, 5'11", 224, and a senior. Tight end is Jamison Pruitt, 6'3", 202, sophomore. Receivers, Wade Thompson, 6'2", 147, a junior. Jamison Gerald's 5'11", 147, a senior. In the backfield, Braden Murphy, 6'1", 190 senior. Landon Stinson, 5'9", 184 senior. And the quarterback is Gabe Henson, 5'9", 200 a senior. A lot of seniors on the offensive side. Defensive side for the Falcons, Larry Joe Young is a defensive lineman at 5'8", 266 a senior. Along with Brock Bowman, Dakota Wood, Jamison Pruitt, Braden Murphy, and Landon Stinson, who are linebackers, along with Cale Hagan, 6', 190 and a junior. Defensive backs, Jamison Geralds and Wade Thompson. Braxton McClendon, 6'2", 145 senior. Georgie Brooks, 5'8", 159 a junior. And Gary Geralds, 5'9", 134 and a junior. For the Trojans, head coach Jackson Arnett, assistant coaches Tommy Muse, Scott Chapman, Chad Perkins, Denny Brand, Chad Eaton, Josh Harlan, Jacob London, Kelly Maxey, Victor Coleman, and Lincoln Arnett. The offensive linemen are Campbell Ross, 5'10", 184 junior. Jordan Riddle, 5'9", 157 a junior. Nolan Toohey, 6'4", 330 a senior. Easton Frazier, 5'10", 206 a junior. And Hunter Wilson, 5'9", 175 a sophomore. Receivers are Jamarcus Miley, 5'11 sophomore. Gavin Withrow, 5'9 sophomore. Karsten Chelson, 5'10 junior. Landon Key, 5'11", 144 a senior. Running back tonight, Tyler Bush, 5'11", 168 a junior. Quarterback is Zach Johnson, 5'11", 214 a senior. Aiden Nikens, the kicker, 6'3", 185 and a freshman. Defense for the Trojans, Campbell Ross and Wyatt Pettigo, 6', 185 senior. Cameron Hurt, 6'1", 270 a senior. Joe Bradshaw, 5'9 sophomore. Linebackers are Easton Frazier, 5'10", 206 a junior. Jake Gill, 5'11", 155 a junior. Peyton Schartzer, 5'10", 133 a junior. Defensive backs are Tyler Bush. Jackson Coots is slated to start tonight. That could be minute-by-minute decision whether he will play. 5'10", 227 or 127 a junior. Tanner Slagle, 5'7", 128 a senior. Landon Neal, 5'7", and a sophomore. So there's your starters. Brought to you by SCRTC. We are 8 minutes away from kickoff. We'll take a break and come back. Get ready for the Trojans and Falcons here from Trojan Field. After this break, you're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Galvin, 34, a Fort Campbell, Kentucky soldier who died earlier this week while supporting Operation Inherent Resolve, Iraq. Then remain standing for our national anthem. In remembrance of his ultimate sacrifice, we have lowered our nation's colors to half-mast and ask that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Our nation's colors are presented this evening by our very own Honor Unit with Distinction, Barren County High School Army JROTC. Tonight's color guard is commanded by Cadet Command Sergeant Major Isaac Shackelford and consists of Cadet Sergeant Major Sean Owens, Cadet Major Mason Smith, Cadet Major Christian Merritt, and Cadet Captain Will Pointer. Singing our national anthem this evening is our very own Barren County High School senior, Miss Cora Wood.
Oh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
County Trojans and the Monroe County Falcons. Falcons defeating the Trojans last year in Tompkinsville 43-0, but they had a whole different ball club last year.
Yeah, I mean, Ty Meek, for one. I mean, a senior-dominated team. They got a lot of seniors this year, too, but they lost, like I said in pregame, some outstanding players. So it's you combine their graduation losses with their injuries, and I think it's fair to say they're not near the strength of their team last year. They're 1-2. You can't knock the Franklin Simpson loss. Franklin Simpson's one of the top teams in 4A. They were up 20-0 against Trigg County until they lost their quarterback and kind of fell apart. Gave up 34 straight points in the second half, I believe.
Yeah.
And then last week they struggled, but they beat Warren Central. And defensively, they held Warren Central, as you mentioned, to minus rushing. So, you know, this game, there's no question in my mind. I think it should be very close. And generally, when it's a close game, it comes down to turnovers or lack of penalties and who can make some plays. And you know, it's clear to me that we do have some playmakers. I mean, Jamarcus Miley is a good player, a playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Johnson played really well last week and got the ball to him and threw the ball as well as I've seen him throw it. And I think we got to get Tyler Bush to some action too, because it seems like to me every time he touches it, whether it's off an interception return, a kickoff return, or a reception, he makes big plays. He looks much more to me explosive this year than he did last year.
Yeah. Well, now the captains are meeting at midfield, and we're going to send it down to Chad Withrow for the coin toss, which is brought to you by Bluegrass Check Advance. Are you left tossing coins after paying the bills? Heads or tails, you win with Bluegrass Check Advance, and no fees apply for first-time customers. Bluegrass Check Advance on West Main Street in Glasgow. Let's go down now to Chad Withrow. Well, apparently we're having some difficulty with the microphone. Not getting anything. Not sure if it's the battery in the mic. It was working fine there a minute ago. Okay, well, we'll have to catch it from up here.
Looks like we won the toss and deferred.
Still can't get anything from Chad. I'm not sure what
he's trying to talk. And
yeah. There we go. All right, there we are. You got it there, Chad.
Barren won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Barren will be kicking off, Monroe will be receiving.
All right. You're listening to 103.7 Nash Icon, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow, and on the internet at espnky.com. We're also on BCHS Live this evening, APB Channel 19, and SCRTC Channel 97. And the officials for tonight, sponsored by Express One Source, business, office, and janitorial supplies, along with school supplies. If you're not using Express One Source, you're working too hard. And I'm not sure if we have the list of the officials.
It'll be here in about 2 seconds. Looks sharp. Unfortunately, Tennessee has not played well in the last few years to justify their uniforms, but I do kind of like it. I think a white pant would look really good too.
Yeah,
with that. I mean, they got an opportunity. We've got all white, we got all burgundy, we got all gray. We can do the old Pittsburgh Pirates of the '70s, where they had a different baseball uniform every night. We could do the same thing. Or Oregon, Oregon never wears the same thing. You can mix and match.
All right, Monroe County left to right, Barren County right to left. Barren County sideline across the way, Monroe County here on the near sideline.
It appears to be a good crowd here tonight, which we thought.
Yep.
We've been lucky to have all 3 home games had really good weather.
Mm-hmm. Next week's homecoming here at Barren County will host the Greenwood Gators.
William Howard,
former
coach.
Yeah.
Good guy.
His first season as head coach at Greenwood. Billy Joe Murphy, his 3rd year. We was talking about this on the coaches show last night on Trojan Talk. A lot of the coaches that played under John Pettit, who's an assistant under Billy Joe.
Billy Joe, a good fella. He taught 1 year over at Barren County at the middle school, helped our football program. Of course, he played at University of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy.
A lot of those guys played under John Pettit, Jackson Arnett himself. All right, Aiden Niken to kick off from the Barren 40. And trying to see who is back is it Braden Murphy?
Yes, and Brooks.
And Georgie Brooks.
Georgie Brooks is very explosive.
Yeah. And here's Niken's kick. It's coming to the left side. Takes the bounce. They go back and pick it up. That's Brooks. 10. Running across. Trying to cut to the 15.
Good job by the Trojans.
Yep. So only about a 5-yard return for Georgie Brooks.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough. He did not handle it real well. Let the ball bounce, and bouncing on this turf can be kind of difficult. And then try to run sideways that time. We did a good job of corralling him, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17.
Quarterback Gabe Henson. Got receivers left and right. Henson goes under center. Got an I formation with Stinson and Murphy. Bouncing out to the right side on the near side. And tackle made right around the 17-yard line. Only a pickup of 2. That was Murphy on the carry.
Yeah, that's they're in the traditional I formation. And that was 15, Jake Gill on the tackle. Gain of 2. One of the keys, I would think, is we have to stop the run. We have not been very successful this year doing that, and that will be a big key tonight.
Receivers left and right are Thompson and Gerald's. And keeping it, running to the left side.
Oh.
That is that Murphy again?
Yes.
That is Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
It looked like that Henson was going to keep it, and then handed it off right at the last second.
Yeah, that was the option play that time where he pitched a traditional option out of the I formation. Gain of 6. Good tackle that time by Austin Frazier, an open field tackle.
That puts it at the 19-yard line for the Falcons, where it's going to be 3rd down and a short 2. Gerald's the receiver here on the near side. Henson's under center. And handoff up the middle.
Oh, he's still going.
And finally bringing him down to about the 35.
I think that's
That was
Stinson.
Yard line.
Yeah, that's the play that's been bothering us. That's the fullback right there. Right? That was just an inside handoff, gain of close to 11 on the play.
Yeah.
Tyler Bush on the tackle, but
Landon Stinson, 5'9", 184 senior, gives the Falcons a first down.
have to stop that in between the tackles.
They're going to stay in the eye. Henson under center and hands it off to his tailback.
Tumble.
And who's got it?
They got it.
They get it back at the 39-yard line.
27 recovered it for them.
27 is Cale Hagan.
Who got that hit, Robert? Can you tell?
Yeah, hold on just a second. It looks like 4. It looks like Peyton Schartzer got the hit, and we were right there on it, but just not quick enough to get the recovery. Picked up about 4.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for Monroe County at their own 39-yard line.
That's the kind of break we really need.
And
we got
official.
Well, it's an early penalty. Neither team. It's going to be a sideline warning on the Trojans.
That's real early. Everybody's almost back behind the white over there.
Could be on a coach. Don't know, because it looked like the players are back.
Henson goes under center, the back in the eye again, and handoff coming to the fullback.
Man.
And that is Stinson getting across the 45 to the 46.
Frazier again on the tackle.
But that's 7 yards and a first down. And that's they're in the traditional eye, and the fullback is probably not 2 steps behind the quarterback, and that's 2 carries for that fullback for 18 yards.
Our tackles have to at least chip that guy or get a body on him to slow him down so our linebackers can come in and clean it up.
Back of the eye again, and this time
much better there.
Squeezing out to the 50. That was Landon Stinson.
Tyler Bush on the tackle with a gain of 2, 3. Tell you what, so far 6 plays, 6 carries for Monroe County.
We got a hit on him behind the line. I think that was Cameron Hurt that hit him, but we couldn't bring him down.
Wade Thompson, receiver here on the near side, and it's Jamison Gerald's on the left side. Henson under center, Stinson and Murphy in the backfield. And they're handing it off again to Stinson. Stinson gets to the Trojan 48.
Just a gain of 2. That was Hurt again on the inside handoff tackle.
Wyatt Pedigo as well on the tackle. No, that wasn't Wyatt. That was Ross. Sorry, on the tackle.
3rd down and 5 for Monroe County.
Going to clean that inside handoff up a lot more when you got ends and tackles making the tackle.
Stinson and Murphy lined up behind Henson, the quarterback. Receivers were left and right, and they pitch it over to Murphy on the left side. And Murphy goes down at about the 48, 47-yard line.
It's a good tackle by Slagle. That was the option pitch, and Slagle had to come up and make that play by himself, and he did. Only a gain of 2 on the play.
4th down at 3. So the Falcons are going to go for it here at the Barren County 46-yard line. Going to line up with the receivers left and right, and going to go back in the I formation with Henson, Stinson, and Murphy. And goes to Stinson, right up the middle. Still going. It's to the 40.
Damn.
Power runner.
I mean, that's just 6 yards right up the gut. I mean, this is old school, beyond old school. I mean, this is run the fullback and run the pitch option. So far, that's gotten them 3 first downs on this drive.
They do pass the ball. He's thrown it 39 times in 3 games, but they're not looking for it at all and don't need to.
They may right here. It's be a good time for a play-action fake.
It's an under center, and there's a flag.
It's going to be a procedure.
I believe that was Murphy. Yeah,
it was. He took a. I'm surprised he didn't blow it dead. He took a step right before the snap.
They probably should have blown it dead because you don't get the option to decline that, I don't think.
Well, they're asking our sidelines. I think we will.
Well, we should if we do. Legal shift.
Okay, we took the penalty. Be first and 15.
That puts it back at the 45. 6:52 to play. We've almost played half the quarter here. Monroe County's kept it. Wideouts left and right again. I formation. Henson. And he's going to roll out right to throw. Still looking. The pass is going to be
caught.
Completed here on the near side. That is Wade Thompson, the receiver.
Yeah, just a safe little rollout pass that time. Pick up of 7 on the play.
Down to the Trojan 38-yard line.
So they got 7 of the 15 back.
Second and 8. This time they send, I believe it's Hagan out to the left side of the wide receiver spot. Thompson here on the near side. And they were in wishbone that time, and handoff taking it to about the 40 or the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was 18.
That was Jamison Gerald's on the carry. They set up in that wishbone.
I think that was Tyler Bush that flew in there and got the tackle.
So a gain of about 1. Be 3rd and 7 for Monroe County. Go back to the wishbone again. Receivers left and right. Henson under center. And he'll hand it off and got an opening there as they get it to the 32-yard line. That was Murphy on the carry.
Yeah, good tackle that time. That was 56 Frazier and number 4 Schwartzer on the tackle.
So now 4th down and about 2.
Be the second 4th down on this drive. They converted the first one easily. Need 2.
Yeah, they picked up 1 earlier. You're right.
Now they go back to I.
Need to stop this fullback.
Henson, keeper.
That was just the quarterback.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Gets it across the 30 to the Barren County 29.
That was just a quarterback sneak. They picked up 3, actually. And that's their 4th first down, all on the ground. They overcame that 1st and 15. Well, they're going to, well, maybe they didn't get it. Well, they're going to measure it. They got it. They got it. Yeah. I was going to say it looked pretty obvious to me.
Yeah.
What a drive. They've taken up almost the entire first quarter.
Right. 4:50 left to go here in the first.
And Dare County did the same thing on the 3rd quarter last week, didn't they?
Hanson and squeezing out is Stinson, getting to the 40. Let's see, the 30. Let me make sure I've got that right. 26.
Yeah,
26-yard line.
Yeah, we sold out everybody that time. We just blitzed everybody that time and still couldn't really stop it. Now, there was a big collision at the line of scrimmage, but he still picked up 3 tough yards.
I'm not real sure how he handed it off.
I don't either. Yeah, it looked like we were there at the exchange, but
Hagan, the receiver on the left side. They're going to go to the wishbone. Henson pitches it out. That's Jamison Geralds. He's got some running room. Gets tripped up inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. That may be another first down.
Yeah, give him 8 on the play.
Another first down for Monroe County.
Yeah, it would be 5. What a drive right here.
Not having any trouble finding holes running the ball, are they?
No, they have had no negative plays. Everything's been a positive gain, too, during this whole trip.
Back in the wishbone again, Henson. And going to keep it. He's going to get slung down. Well, finally, about the 20-yard line. Maybe a loss on the play.
Right on cue there, Jay. Or John.
Yeah, finally got a little negative yardage that time. That was well defended. That was the option. That time we took the pitch away and took the quarterback away. Loss of 1.
Second down 11 at the Trojan 19-yard line. 3:18 to go in the quarter.
Get good penetration, and by the time he looked to pitch, there wasn't really any lane to pitch the ball out to the back.
Got to watch out. We are really selling out to stop this run, which we should, but it also makes you vulnerable for that go pattern.
And Gerald's is on the left side with Thompson here on the near side. Stinson, they're going to pitch it out to Murphy. Murphy coming around to the 20. Now to the 15, goes out of bounds.
It was that Slagle or Neal?
It was 29, but I assume that's Neal. He's usually 28.
Well, yeah, Neal's usually 28.
So maybe it's
29 is Aiden Young,
okay,
it says
Aiden
on the
Young.
roster. So
there's the 29 and 28, so that was Aiden Young.
Did a good job getting off the block and getting him out of bounds for a small gain. 3rd and long. They haven't been in this situation in this drive.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 at the 16. 2:46 to go here in the first. Back to the wishbone. And they hand it off.
Fumble.
We got it back.
Murphy recovered it at the 21.
Cameron hurt. Big tackle. Pushed him backwards. That's another loss. It'll be about a loss of 4. And he knocked the ball out. It was just fortunate Murphy fell right on top of his fumble.
Yeah, it's a good job by Cameron. And again, the quarterback kind of fumbled the exchange a little bit, and that kind of threw it off a little bit. And that's the second fumble on this drive, and they've recovered both. So too far for a field goal. It would be a 38-yard one. So it's going to be 4th and 12. Obviously, got to get a stop right here.
They're 2 for 2 on 4th downs. This one's a lot more difficult to pick up. I think they had a 4th and 6 and about a 4th and 2.
Gerald to the left, Thompson on the right, Stinson and Murphy behind Henson. Steps back, he's going to lob it up in the air, and it is going to be knocked away right at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage. That was that time.
Landon Neal.
Yep.
And
also, who else was over
Young,
there?
both of them.
Okay.
I think that's right, yeah.
Yes, they're both of them out there.
I think Young is the one there. Neal came over and made the hit. Young was right there on the with running right exactly with the receiver. So
Trojans take over at the 21.
Yeah, big stop, but
they kept it for about what?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good drive for Monroe. They just failed to put points up.
10 minutes and 6 seconds. You want to score. Our defense stayed out there a long time, so offense should be
15 plays.
Chomping at the bit, ready to go.
Quarterback Zach Johnson in the shotgun. Bush steps to his left. Receivers to the right. Pass coming to the near side. Jamarcus Miley. Ooh, slammed down at the 20.
Loss of 1.
Yeah, that was number 3, Wade Thompson, on the tackle. Loss of 1 on the play.
One of several players going both ways for Monroe County.
Yeah, Monroe had a 17-play drive.
2nd and 11 for the Trojans. Receivers are on the near side, playing the short side of the field. Bush trying to get in position. And it's Johnson under center. Going to hand it off, and a hit.
Wow, 32 for
that's Stinson.
That was impressive. I mean, that was the jet sweep that time by Miley where you handed off to him in motion, and 32, the linebacker from Monroe, just blitzed right through there, and no chance for DeMarcus. Loss of 4 on the play.
We put that on film last week, and they did a good job scouting that. We were selling out, blocking over on the right side for him, and they got us right up the middle.
3rd and 16 from the 16. 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Johnson in shotgun. Steps back. He's looking. Now scrambling. In trouble. Gets away. Trying to get some more running room. Trying to go to the far side of the field and tackled at around the 20 or 21-yard line.
It's a miracle he picked up 4. Just pure effort that time because he had no shot to make a throw. There was pressure all around him. Monroe defensively, of course, last week minus 33 yards to Warren Central on the ground, and boy, they look pretty tough that first possession.
Trojans in punt formation. Murphy, Gerald's back, or Brooks, that is. And that's a nice one, and it's going to be taken at the 45 and slides and goes down at the 50. That's Jamison Gerald's. And that's where the Falcons will have it when we come back with a second quarter of action. After one, it's the Trojans nothing and the Falcons nothing. You're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon.
You know that Barren County sports teams only receive. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
And what do you think about that first quarter? Well, I'm not getting anything from Chad at the moment.
Well, I think he would say that was impressive. That was a
Yeah,
Monroe
when you hold
County
it for 10 minutes.
They kept it. They had a 17-play drive. Didn't score. That's a good thing that we held them without a touchdown. But 17 plays to 3 right now, and so far it's been all Monroe except for the scoreboard, and that's what counts.
All right, Monroe County has it. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. They're moving right to left here in the second quarter.
It's another fumble, but they picked it up.
Yeah, I know. They've recovered them all so far.
That was a quarterback that just and they're under center. They're not out of shotgun. He just dropped the snap that time, but luckily for Monroe, he just picked it up and just went right up the middle and picked up 8 on the play.
Yeah, at the 42-yard line of the Trojans. 2nd and 2 for Monroe County. Early in the second quarter. It's brought to you by A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, reminding everyone, please don't text and drive. Metcalf and Adair scoreless after 1 on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Back at the wishbone. Here's Henson.
Fumble again.
Yep, and
Good
big
play.
pile up there at the 42.
Was there a fumble? Or
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Well, Henson.
Everybody attacked the ball like it was a fumble. No gain on the play.
That was just our interior lineman actually getting to the play and busting it up.
3rd down and 2 now for Monroe County at the Barren County 42-yard line. 10:54 to go here in the first half. There's still no score. And it's Thompson out of the right side, Hagan on the left. They go back to the wishbone with Henson under center. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. It's Stenson.
He could be
going to the right side. Somebody's going to have to get him, and they finally do at about the 23-yard line, I believe it is, far side of the field.
Gain about 19.
Yeah. That's the play that's just killed us last week. It's an inside handoff to the fullback, pickup of 16, 14, 18 on the play, I believe.
So the ball is at the Trojan 24-yard line. Thompson out of the right, Hagan on the left, Wishbone, and Henson. Hands it off. It's Murphy taking it across the 20 to the 19.
Gain of 5 to 6. We're a long way away from that. It's kind of hard for us to tell who made that tackle.
They got to be averaging 5-6 yards a carry, don't they?
They're right at that. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
What they're doing, and they're just kind of mashing us right now.
2nd down 5. Henson, backfield and wishbone. They pitch it out.
Oh, good
There
job.
you go.
Nice hit. back of the 30-yard line.
Tyler Bush.
Tyler Bush. Yeah, that was just we basically blitzed everybody that time, and that was a toss sweep, and Tyler Bush got there basically the same time that Murphy, the back, got there.
Give him a loss of 7.
Yeah.
Loss of 7.
Third and 13 now.
Did a good job just hanging onto the ball.
It was very quick, wasn't it? Didn't even have time to turn upfield. Tyler was right there in his face.
Yeah, that was Gerald's.
18.
Ball backed up to the 27. Thompson on the left. Hagan on the right. And that was out of shotgun this time. Here's a pass that's completed. And run it to the 20, inside to the 19.
That was Cale Hagan.
Hagan.
It was 3rd and 12, and they picked up close to 8 on the play. They'll make it very manageable, 4th and 4.
And they've gone for it every time on a 4th down.
Yeah, they're 2 for 3 on 4th downs. So this will be their 4th one.
Last time they were in a long shot, had to throw the ball. I don't think they'll stick it on the ground this time.
Hagan to the left, and it is Thompson on the right side.
Trying to draw us off sides, and I think they did.
Our defensive tackle looked like to me did move, and that would be an automatic 1st down if it's on ours. Well, it may not be that to measure.
It's 4th and 6.
Is it 6 or 5 and a?
Yeah, it's a little longer than 5. I'm not sure it's automatic.
Okay.
Makes it 4th and a yard, and they haven't had much trouble getting a yard right up the middle.
Ball right on the 15.
That was a mistake.
Thompson is on the right. Hagan on the left. Backfield's in the wishbone. Henson.
Got it.
And he got a hole right up the middle.
Man.
Got inside the 10 to about the 9.
Same play. It's just killing us right now.
Stinson again.
That's the fullback. Every time we call Stinson, that's the fullback. Pick up about, 6 on the play?
Yes, spread at 6.
So the ball is at the 9.
1st and goal. That's a long way to get it on 1st and goal. About as long as you can get, 9. These are tough yards anytime you get inside the 10.
Henson hands it off.
Good tackle there by, who was that?
That's Jake Gill.
Jake Gill on the tackle.
I think that was Gerald's, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it sure was. Gerald's on the Jamison Gerald's on the carry.
Ball is at no game. 7 or 8?
Yeah, it's a tough angle for us. I think it's in between the 7 and 8.
Wade Thompson goes right. Cale Hagan left. Got Stinson and Murphy and Gerald's in the wishbone. Henson. And hand it off. Going in. Stopped at about the, what?
About the 8.
On the far side of the field.
Looks like it was White Pedigo was over there, and
Frazier.
Not much. Give him 2 on the play.
And that's at the
right on the 8.
8, okay.
It's pretty. I wouldn't be surprised to see the option right here, the fake to the fullback and the pitch.
And whistle.
Timeout, Monroe, I believe.
Yep.
Sure is.
6:16 to play here in the first half. It's been a quick one. No score right now as we take a People's Bank timeout. Take a timeout of your day and join the People's Bank at their new location, 1300 West Main Street in Glasgow. Now open, the People's Bank.
Maybe fortunate they called a timeout there. They were going to the fullback, and he had a little bit of a hole right up the middle.
Yeah.
You talked about our rush defense hasn't been really good through 3 games. We gave up 282, we gave up 312, and we gave up 155. That's going from last week towards the Casey County game, and Casey County was the only game we didn't give up over 100-yard back. And the fullback's been the one that's killed us pretty much all of them. So
they're at 94 right now in the first half.
We ran 3 offensive plays.
We've ran 3, and they have ran 21-25. How about 28? 28-3, Jay.
They've had it 16 minutes. We've had it 2. If you go time of possession, so
That doesn't seem fair.
they should share the ball a little bit better, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's it's hard to win that way. But like I said, they still have not scored.
Knocking on the door. We got a big stop here. Third and 8.
See what Monroe does.
Yep.
They've not thrown it much at all, just 3 times.
They're set with a receiver each way. And
Fullback.
Stinson gets to the 5-yard line.
Well, he did a good job of stopping that, so now it brings up another 4th down. They are 3 of 4 4th downs.
Nowhere in their mind they think kick, do they?
No, they're going for it.
It's on the outside of the 5. It's like between the 5 and 6.
Well, if you're paying attention to the game, this is a big play, obviously. 4th and goal.
And it's Henson under center.
Fumble.
Did Henson get it back?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. That was a
It was 4th down.
big exchange problem between the center and the quarterbacks. All that was, he dropped it and pulled out from under the center before he had the ball, and didn't have to worry about stopping running back that time.
Frustration. That is frustrating. They have literally
twice
dominated. Well, they fumbled the snap. I mean, that's 4 times.
Yeah, that 4 times they fumbled.
That's right.
Twice we've took over.
4 times they've just fumbled. Now, it may be the fact that players aren't used to going under center anymore. I mean, everybody's used to just hiking it, in shotgun. And I don't know how they started off, but they were in shotgun most of last year. And they're just having trouble with the old-fashioned center quarterback exchange.
We've got to get something going offensively.
5:37 left in the half. The Trojans moving left to right from their own 9-yard line. And the throw.
Almost intercepted.
Yeah,
I like the call. That was the old tight end dump play that time where you fake the fullback and try to hit a quick hitter to the tight end, and it was deflected off one of the linemen from Monroe County. They almost intercepted it.
It hit Braden Murphy, right in the hands. I think he was so surprised he probably would have scored that.
I do like the call.
2nd and 10 from the 9-yard line. Zach Johnson, quick throw coming left.
Wow.
Big hit.
Just another
Right
quick
at
hitter.
the 5-yard line. It's going to be a loss.
Man, they are doing some serious hitting. Is that Withrow?
It was Withrow.
Man, he took a pretty good pop.
Lost 1.
So now 3rd and 11.
We have not ran the ball traditionally at all, have we?
No, we had a scramble.
We had a sack, it ended up being a 5-yard scramble and then a jet sweep.
Here's Johnson out of the end zone, puts it in the air, and it's going to be broken up.
He's trying to hit
Miley
on just a go route, and if number 3 for Monroe County,
Thompson,
if he had turned his head, he was in much better position to make the interception than Miley was. You just didn't see the ball.
Step for step.
I don't know if Chad can hear us or not. He's down there in the end zone. He's staring right at it.
Chad, you down there? Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
That's some serious hitting by Monroe, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just jumping on the short routes, and we don't have a chance. We're gonna have to try to stretch the field a little bit.
All right. You're going to have to punt it out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to come to the 40-yard line. Is that Gerald's?
It is.
Yep.
A good tackle by Schlegel again.
And then we'll have the Falcons with the football at the Trojan 35-yard line.
We threw the ball really well towards the end of the Dare County game, but I think it's really hard to get that passing going without running the ball and establishing it and spreading it out first. And like I said earlier, we really haven't ran the ball at all game long. So we've completely changed our offense, it looks like.
We've only had it 6 times, though, haven't we?
That's true. But still, all of them have been some variety of a pass or giving it to a receiver on a jet sweep.
All right, Falcons now with Henson. He almost fumbled it.
Yep.
Going to put it up in the air toward Gerald's, and it is going to be intercepted.
Is that Schlegel?
That sure is. Yep.
Tanner Schlegel.
Tanner Schlegel.
At the 15-yard line. Actually, the 14.
Yeah, pretty much the only passing they're throwing. That's what they did a lot in warm-ups, to just throw it up to the goal pattern, and that ball was right at Tanner Slagle. He was just sitting there watching it, to be honest with you. He went up and made the catch. Congratulations, Tanner. I've got him in political science. Good kid. Quiet.
I think he liked that nickname you threw at him last week.
The missile? Yeah, he said something about that, yeah.
That's Henson's 7th interception of the season.
It's our first turnover of the night.
We'll get it right back.
Let's see what we can do here. 4:37 still to play in the first half. Johnson takes it to the left, and he's going to keep it and down at the, 14?
Yeah, he had the opportunity to pitch it there. That was the option pitch, and I think we may have had something there with Tyler Bush if he could have gotten the pitch. No gain on the play.
So stay at maybe 2nd down and 10.
It's 4 minutes left in the half, and we do not have a first down.
Johnson, I believe that's Bush to his left, and Falcons jump.
It's only their second penalty for 10 yards. Have we been penalized?
No.
Yeah, we had one.
We had the defensive
offside. We had the offsides down there.
That's it.
So it's been a clean game in terms of that.
That moves it to 2nd down and 5 now for Barren County.
Makes for a quick half when you're running it and no penalties.
No, this is the quickest half that I can remember in 15 years. 35 minutes.
Johnson.
There it is.
Option. Coming to the near side. Tripped up around the 20. That is Tyler Bush.
Yeah, if the pitch was better, then I think Tyler could have picked up yards, but the pitch was right at Tyler's feet.
Yeah.
Did a good job just catching it.
I think he gets a first down if he had a clean pitch.
No question about it.
3rd down 3 for the Trojans on their own 21.
Need a first, and need just some rhythm.
Yeah.
Have no rhythm right now.
I believe that's Miley here on the near side. Got trips to the left side. And Johnson going to put it across. Pass is knocked down.
Trying to get to Withrow. Good defense that time by
Jamison Gerald.
Yeah, I mean, they have been right on top of our receivers that time. That was kind of the old post pattern that time to Gavin across the middle, and just good coverage.
Their pass coverage has been really good.
Now, defensively, all in all, they've just been smothering us.
4th down and 3. And there's Jerry Eubank.
Yeah, and there's Joey Downs right in front of him, too. Coach Eubank, Coach Downs, they're both here for the reunion game.
Johnson back to punt. That one straight up in the air. And see where it's going to be stopped at, around the 43-yard line, where Monroe County will have it. 3 minutes to go here in the half.
1988 reunion team is going to be on it right here. I think there's a little dispute on this punt whether or not Monroe hit it.
Touched it.
I think our coaching staff thinks Monroe hit it. I know Barren hit it because I know Barren County hit it.
Well, what happened? The kid called for a fair catch, and he actually.
We got it.
Wow.
Oh, Billy Joe Murphy just threw his headset down and ran onto the field right here.
Well, let's watch it again and see what happened.
He's not liking that call whatsoever.
He called for the fair catch, and actually one of his kids ran into him. I didn't see Monroe touch it, honestly.
I didn't either. We're watching the replay. I didn't see it at all, to be honest with you. It bounced backwards, and we actually hit it.
We definitely hit it first. We're not going to dispute a break.
No, we'll take
I think we definitely got one.
We'll take it, but boy, I tell you what, I would be irate.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here by Monroe County.
We're watching it again. Watching it again on replay, and I didn't. If anything, it was 32, maybe with his hand, but I didn't.
He was about a foot away from it, and it bounced close to 20. But I thought it bounced away from him, but it didn't change trajectory.
I think we sold him on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think we sold them that they hit it.
And the referees didn't do a good job.
They did a horrible job.
They didn't call anything.
They didn't call anything. And then three of them got together and made the call, and we'll take it.
Yeah. Billy Joe was a little upset.
He should be.
I agree with you. We'll take it. That's Monroe County's second turnover of the game. They threw an interception and then a fumble on the, I guess you call it a fumble, muff.
Yep.
And we also took a People's Bank timeout. Their new location is 1300 West Main in Glasgow.
Best field possession we've had all
We
night.
need to take advantage of this. 3 minutes to go in a half. At the 43-yard line of the Trojans. And here's Zach Johnson.
Miley.
And he comes to the near side. Miley, not much there. Maybe getting to the 44. 1 yard pickup, if any, there.
Miley, that time put him directly in the backfield. He normally gets it in a jet sweep, that type of thing. Gain of 2. That's probably our second largest gain of the half.
It is.
Yep. 2nd and 8. 2.5 minutes to go. Second quarter. Play clock's at 15.
Taking a long time to get it in, but yeah, they hadn't whistled it ready for play.
Playing the near side of the field. The Trojans move left to right. Johnson, an option pitch going to the left side. And going down at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a
tremendous
loss.
defense. That was the option to Miley, and man, -7. They are just wherever we're going. It seems like they know where they seem like they know where we're going before we get there.
Yeah. Charles comes limping off toward the Monroe County sideline.
Man,
they only end up giving us a loss of 4, so it was a little better than what it looked like.
3rd and 11.
Ball at the 41-yard line. 1:38 left here in the half.
We've tried to get Miley involved, but he hasn't been gaining positive yardage when he touches it rushing-wise.
Yep, Johnson out of the gun, throwing it left side. It is picked off, intercepted. Wade Thompson taking it down to far sideline.
We did not score. Unbelievable play by, who was that? Was that Tyler Bush?
Have to look through the binoculars to see that one.
Yeah, that was just a quick slant route, and they jumped the slant that time and intercepted it. It looked like to me he was going in for the touchdown.
Johnson threw the pass.
I think it was Bush. I couldn't.
And Tyler Bush made the. It looked like to me Tyler Bush made the tackle.
Bush made the tackle. Yeah,
it was either Bush or Johnson. I couldn't really tell, but anyway, I couldn't. I was surprised that we made the tackle.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, the Falcons with Henson out of the gun, coming to the near side, cutting back inside. That's Georgie Brooks, and Brooks still going. And finally going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line.
Gain of close to 13 on the play. It's first time he's carried it, and he's one of their better athletes.
Yeah.
Plays primarily defense now.
Ball right on the 5.
It was Johnson that made that tackle on the interception.
Okay. Quarterback made the tackle. Good job by Zach. Very poor throw. They jumped like I said, they jumped that slant, but at least he did a good job of hustling and stopping the touchdown.
Play clock at 8. The Falcons trying to get set.
Timeout, Monroe.
The play clock was winding down there. So another timeout.
Timeout, Barren. Sorry.
47.9 to play here in the first half. There is no score between Barren County and Monroe County. As we take a timeout of your day, join People's Bank at their new location, 1300 West Main Street in Glasgow. Let's check a Coca-Cola scoreboard. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. We've got a couple of scores here. It is Taylor County 19, LaRue County nothing at halftime. Nothing from Glasgow, Allen County, Scottsville on.
We got 6-0 on the
ticker here.
On the ticker.
Metcalf and Adair 0-0 after 1.
Yeah, Logan 14-7 over Russellville.
Bowling Green 7, Owensboro 6, Franklin Simpson 17, Greenwood nothing. Gavernon Hart no score.
And no score here, but the Falcons are on the doorstep.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 5, and this has just been complete, other than the scoreboard, domination by Monroe County. If you're just tuning in, Barren does not have a first down. 8-0 in terms of first downs, about 180 yards for Monroe.
I don't think we'd probably, when you add it up, have positive yardage.
Falcons get lined up. Got Gerald's over the right side. Now they shift over to the right. Here's the snap coming to Murphy. Murphy,
great defense.
He's going to be tackled
That was
A
Bush.
loss.
And they stayed in bounds, too. That's a weird formation that time. That was a Wildcat formation, direct snap to Murphy, and they put three running backs all on the right side, and it didn't fool us at all.
Monroe still has a timeout left, but they choose not to use it. Under 30 seconds to go in the half.
The play clock and the game clock about, what, 1 or 2 seconds different?
Pretty close.
Yeah, this is going to get close right here. 17 seconds and running.
Trojans need a hold. Snap coming to Murphy again.
Okay.
And he's trying to find some running room and going to be tackled at about the 3, maybe the 2.
Immediate timeout by Monroe.
5 seconds to play.
Yeah, they completely changed their offense when they got to the 5, which I thought was real weird, to be honest with you. They took the quarterback, Gabe Henson, either out or, they took him out of the game, and they went with the Wildcat to Murphy. And I'm not for sure that worked quite as well as they wanted to. Give us credit, but they almost went a little trickery that I don't know that tricked us. So this will be, it's more than likely the last play of the half. It's 5 seconds left, 3rd and goal from the 4.
Unless they go just a one-step drop, quick hit pass, it's definitely the last play of the quarter.
And I don't see them doing that, do you?
No. Don't you think you've lined back up traditionally and just try to give it to the fullback?
I don't know. I think I'd go under I and maybe look for the option pitch is what I would probably do here.
There's no point in tricking when you haven't had problems.
I was a little surprised by the play call. And the quarterback's not in the game. Henson doesn't look like to me he's out there. Yeah, he is. There he is. He's in there. And they are in the
back in the
So
back in the wishbone.
Yeah, Murphy and Stinson.
I think this is going to be the option pitch right here to somebody.
Yeah. Henson's under center. And
timeout, Barren. Got to be.
All right.
You see, kind of like a basketball timeout, right?
Yeah.
When you see the formation, call a timeout and go over your defense.
Barren County High School would like to recognize T.J. Simpson.
1988 Trojan football squad will be recognized at halftime.
Stadium's come a long way, hasn't it? For Joey Downs, coming back into town, he was helped Coach Eubank, and I guarantee you he hasn't seen this place for several years.
Mm-hmm. Those were Scott Gillen's coaches.
That was a little bit more than yesterday.
So here we go.
Only a couple of years ago.
So they're going to stay in the wishbone. They could throw just a quick little jump ball and maybe get one more play out of that if it doesn't succeed.
I like your play call, though.
Gerald's is on the left side at a wideout spot. Wishbone. And here's the handoff. Touchdown, Monroe County, Landon Stinson.
Yeah, that wasn't they were out of the wishbone, but that wasn't the option pitch. That was basically the halfback that got it off tackle, and good job of blocking, and he goes in. I'm not going to say untouched. We touched him at the goal line, but it's too late. I hate to say this, but if you want me to be honest, I'm going to be honest. They kind of deserved that touchdown. They dominated the half.
Yeah. And the kicker for Monroe County is Henson, I believe, number 5.
Yeah, it's good, right down the middle.
And it's going to be 7-0 with 1.8 seconds to play here in the first half.
We played 24 minutes and a half, and I would say they've had it 20-plus of those 24.
Well, I can tell you how many plays again. We rarely do this, but it's just so out of whack here. They have 23, 27, 31, 34, 35 plays for Monroe.
We have 12 plays, and then you add the 4 punts. Make it 16 with interception, 17 plays.
9 first downs to none.
It's in a way, when you look at the stats, you talk about time of possession, you talk about the number of first downs, the number of plays. It's really remarkable at just 7-0. Probably.
It is. But they have been inside our 20 on 3 possessions.
Right.
Defense has to be worn out.
Gabe Henson will be the kicker.
It should be low and on the ground.
Jamarcus Miley, Tyler Bush back to receive.
I think if this ball is in the air in any way, it's a mistake.
You said that last week, and they kicked it deep, didn't you?
Yeah, and I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Now Henson's kick.
It's on the ground.
Who stopped it right there at the 45?
That's number 9 for the Trojans.
Karsten Chelsea.
Right.
We actually get a play, but I don't think it'll be any more than a knee, do you? It's decent field position.
I think we'll throw it. I'll be honest with you. I think we're going to throw it long since we got it at the 50. That's not exactly how I would have dreamed it up for Monroe. I mean, Charleston made a good job of catching it. I think he wanted it to go all the way kind of through on the ground.
Just a Jamarcus go route?
I would. What we got to lose right here.
But
he's not in the game, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Who's on the left side?
He's on the left side.
Okay.
I didn't say it. Yeah. I mean, Monroe should be 40 yards off the line of scrimmage here. And
He's going to take a knee.
Okay.
That'll do it for the first half. It is 7-0 Monroe County. Let's go down to Chad Withrow, who's got Coach Jackson Arnett.
Coach, even though that late touchdown, you've got to be proud of the effort the defense have given. They've been out on the field a long time.
We still got to make tackles. They're sustaining drives. I mean, they almost took the whole first quarter. I mean, yeah, we've only given up one touchdown, but we barely had the ball. We got to block. We got to get something going on offense.
Thank you, Coach.
There you go. It is 7-0. It is Monroe County on top here at halftime. The 4-yard run by Landon Stenson with 5 seconds to play. And Henson's kick gives the Falcons the lead going into halftime. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by Coca-Cola. Open a Coke and enjoy the game as you're following the Trojans on 103.7 Nash Icon.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an
Trojan Field, introducing the 1988 Trojan football team, cheerleaders, coaches, as they're out at midfield. Coach Jerry Eubank, assistant coaches Joey Downs and Joe Mike Moore, Bob Blair, and several have made the trip over tonight.
It's nice to see.
30 years ago.
I really think this is some of the best things that we've done in the last few years. Honoring past teams. It's pretty neat.
Some of the cheerleaders from 1988 also here. Teresa Bewley was the cheerleading sponsor then, and she is now.
Some things never change. She's done a great job.
So
Coach Eubank looks really good too.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him in I don't know when.
Yeah, great guy.
Of course, he still lives in the area.
Yeah, great guy. This is a real neat deal right here. And there's Joey Downs, who won a state title at Bardstown.
Yeah.
Joe Mike Moore, I hadn't seen him for a while, taught school here forever, and Coach Blair. I had a good staff right there. That's a good staff.
Right. All right, let's look at some stats here. Our halftime report's brought to you by Coca-Cola. Only one score, and that came with 5 seconds to play in the half. It was Monroe County's Landon Stinson scoring a 4-yard run. Gabe Henson's kick made it 7-0, and that is it as far as the scoring summary goes. Got some stats, though.
All right, on the ground for Monroe, they rushed it 31 times for 115 yards. They were led on the ground by their fullback. Landon Stinson carried it 10 times for 63 yards. Passing through the air, Gabe Henson was 1 out of 4. I'm sorry, he was 2 out of 4 for 15 yards and 1 interception. Total yards for the Falcons, 130. They turned it over twice. One of those was an interception by Slagle, and they were penalized 2 times for 10 yards, and they had 9 first downs.
For us, 18 total plays. We did not have positive yardage in the first half. We had -3 yards overall, rushing-wise 7 plays, -1, and 2 of 6, passing for -2. 0 first downs, penalized 1 time, and turned it over 1 time. That was an interception. Individually, Zach Johnson's the only one with positive yardage, and he has 5 yards on 3 carries. So pretty clear, stat-wise and everything we talked about, that we're lucky it's a 7-0 game.
Yep. So there's your stats and our halftime report. We'll go to a Coca-Cola scoreboard check now. Adair County leads Metcalfe County 7-0 at halftime. Also, late in the second quarter, Glasgow 6, Allen County, Scottsville 0.
Allen's hanging in there. I mean, I knew they wouldn't back down from him.
Warren East 14, Edmonson County 7, last score. Logan County 21, 7 over Russellville, last score, and 17-0 Franklin Simpson over Greenwood. That was last score on all those. So we'll try to get some updates as we move towards into halftime.
Might have a few more on there. South Warren leads Central Hardin 31-0. Warren East 14, Edmonson County 7. Let's see what else is running on the score stream there here on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Logan County 21, Russellville 7.
It's 20-7 now. Warren East just scored 20-7 over Edmonson County. That's at the end of the first half.
And we got anything else? Bowling Green 14, Owensboro 6.
Yep.
They scroll it down. It's Franklin Simpson 17, Greenwood 0.
I think that's about it.
All right.
I'd like to find out the Male and St. X game, see if Coach Wallace can get his first win.
Yeah,
I can get you that one pretty easy.
Check that one, Robert, before we go to break, and then we'll come back and
well, don't put the pressure on me that quick. I mean, I can get it. But
well, for all the latest scores and results from middle school to high school sports at Barren County, log on to barrenschools.com, click Athletics, and then the Sports Report. And, of course, you can watch each Thursday night at 6 o'clock for Trojan Talk with Coach Jackson Arnett as we discuss Barren County High football. The show airs on EPB Cable Channel 19 and SCRTC Cable Channel 97. It's also on BCHS Live, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Extremely well done, too. How about St. X 42, Male nothing at halftime?
Well, Kevin Wallace may get that win.
I like his chances hanging on.
Yep. All right, we'll come back and we'll look at, there's not been a whole lot of other sports going on this week. Labor Day weekend, and we've only had a couple of days of sports with some other, like volleyball and soccer and middle school football, what have you. We'll come back and we'll take a look at that. Right now, it's Monroe County 7, Barren County 0. You're following the Trojans on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice of the Barren County Trojans, and I'm excited to host the first season of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. Trojan Talk is where I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with Barren County coaches and players. I hope you'll join us on Trojan Talk at 6 p.m. every Thursday night, right here on BCHS Live, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as local cable channels EPB 19 and SCRTC 97.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice of the Barren County Trojans, and I'm excited to host the first season of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. Trojan Talk is where I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with Barren County coaches and players. I hope you'll join us on Trojan Talk at 6 p.m. every Thursday night, right here on BCHS Live, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as local cable channels EPB 19 and SCRTC 97.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice of the Barren County Trojans, and I'm excited to host the first season of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. Trojan Talk is where I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with Barren County coaches and players. I hope you'll join us on Trojan Talk at 6 p.m. every Thursday night, right here on BCHS Live, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as local cable channels EPB 19 and SCRTC 97.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice of the Barren County Trojans, and I'm excited to host the first season of Trojan Talk on BCHS Live. Trojan Talk is where I get the opportunity to sit down and talk with Barren County coaches and players. I hope you'll join us on Trojan Talk at 6 p.m. every Thursday night, right here on BCHS Live, online on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as local cable channels EPB 19 and SCRTC 97.
You're watching BCHS Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. BCHS Live is a student-led live online video production program started in 2015 by 4 BCHS freshmen. The BCHS Live program is here to showcase everything going on at BCHS, from athletics to special events and opportunities to ceremonies and celebrations. The BCHS Live program is here to show everyone in our community what BCHS is all about, and with 3 major online outputs of our broadcasts, we truly live up to our motto: everything BCHS, anywhere you want it.
The Burgundy Media Network, or BMN for short, is a network of Barren County High School's 3 major media outlets: 88.7 FM, Trojan Radio, BCHS Live, and the Trojan Times school newspaper. As a whole, we are determined to provide you with BCHS news, sports, and interest like never before. Check out our weekly newscast broadcasted every Friday from within Barren County High School, or check out our website at barrenschools.com/BMN. From all of us to you, we thank you for your support of all things BCHS. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store is the #1 place to find any and all things BCHS, with a wide selection of clothes including hoodies, t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, and polos, to everyday items including pens, pencils, notebooks, and stickers, to jewelry including earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and wristbands. So stop by the Trojan Thread Store any weekday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. or during any home varsity basketball game. The Trojan Thread School Spirit Store, keeping Barren County in style.
Season was 1990.
1990. Well, you had some great years out here, and we sure appreciate you coming tonight and speaking with us for a little bit.
Thank you very much, and you folks take care.
All right. Coach Jerry Eubank, who coached the Trojans here from 1976 to 1990. Of course, Billy Lindsay was an assistant under Coach Eubank, and he took over for Coach Eubank.
He couldn't be here tonight because of he's also helps Bowling
Right.
Green. Yeah,
that's right.
But Coach Downs is over there, and he helped him. And like I said, Coach Downs went on to Bardstown and won a state title. And like I said, this is one of the better things that we do. That would be perfectly honest, bringing people back.
Well, we're ready to get this third quarter underway, and let's see what the Trojans can do here as Monroe County will kick off. And I don't know if Chad had a chance to talk with Coach Arnett in the locker room or not during halftime, but to see if he got any comments from him. I think he's got his headphone off over there, so we'll try to get back with him in a little bit. Gabe Henson will kick off from the 40-yard line for the Falcons, and we've got Jamarcus Miley.
It is Miley and
I'm trying to see Tyler Bush.
There's a guy standing right in the way.
I can't see.
I think it's Tyler Bush.
So let's see if we can't run this thing back here. He's coming back to Bush. He'll got it at the 15, now to the 20, trying to go to the 25, breaking to the 30, trying to bring it wide open, trying to get to the far side of the field. Nice run back.
That's
Tyler Bush to the 41-yard line.
As I've said before, it seems like every time he touches it, positive things happen. I mean, he's been good on kickoff returns, interception returns, and when he gets the ball offensively, he generally produces really solid runs.
Gives us great starting position, and the way he runs him back, he's going to break one before the year's over. If he just gets a little bit of a lane and breaks one more tackle, I think he might even broke that one.
Miley's going to go to the left side. Here on the near side, I believe, is Landon Key. And Johnson looking to throw, spins, gets across, and breaks away from a couple of tacklers. He'll get it across the 50 into Monroe County territory at the 46-yard line. And it's a first down.
It's our first down, not of the half of the game.
Yeah, Citizens' first down at that for Barren County.
A 10-yard gain that
time
by Zach
move
Johnson.
This thing down.
Well, our offense should be fresh.
That's true.
We didn't have the ball 4 minutes probably the first half.
No.
That's one way to look at it positively.
They seem to be fired up here. And here's Johnson pitching it over, running it through.
That's Tyler Bush.
Yeah, Tyler Bush, nice run, gets to the 40-yard line of the Falcons.
And a 6.
Yeah. Just right out of the toss sweep that time. Good explosive carry that time by Tyler.
We got more yards in 2 plays than we got the whole first half.
Yeah, we had -2, right?
3.
-3 yards at halftime.
Second down and 4 for Barren at the Monroe 41-yard line. So they race up to get set. Johnson takes the snap, pitches it over the left side, and that is Bush. He tries to cut back and find some running room, gets another first down.
Hello, Tyler Bush.
Monroe County 35-yard line.
We'll give him 7.
Same play, looks like to me. Just toss sweep to the left side and a good cutback that time by Tyler Bush.
I'm not
Actually
so
put
sure.
it to 34.
Look at this formation. We're in an extremely weird formation where it's a huge overload to the left side, and the only person on the right side of the ball is Jamarcus Miley. Everybody else is left of the center.
Another Citizens' first down for the Trojans, down to the Falcon 34.
Same formation, just the opposite side.
Here's Johnson, pitches over the near side this time. And not a whole lot there. May have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, same play to the right, but that time defended better by Monroe.
I think that was a formation, I don't know if you were watching it or not, Mike Leach used this past week in college football where he had that really weird formation, everybody on one side of the line.
I did not. You're talking about Mike Leach of
Washington State.
I did not see the Washington State game.
You got to be better than that.
That was one of those midnight games, right? Not out of the West Coast.
Clearly, I don't have anything to do.
Second and 10 for the Trojans at the Falcon 34-yard line. Taking some time here. Play clock's at 7. Going to have to hurry.
A little confusion.
Yeah, down to 2. Here's a snap, finally. Pitch over the left side. Bush stumbles, goes down.
That was Withrow, actually.
Or was it Withrow? Okay.
Faked the handoff to Miley coming in motion and gave it to Withrow on a pitch.
So that will be 3rd down and 10. 9:17 to play here in the third quarter. 7-0 Monroe County. 3 receivers here on the near side. 1 split out to the left.
Again, taking a long time to get.
Play clock down at 6. Here's a snap. Going to throw it in the air. Wide open. Miley.
Touchdown.
Got it. Touchdown, Barren County.
Yeah, great call that time by Jackson. That was he faked the slant that time. It was kind of like the fake slant and then the go route that time. And Monroe bit on the slant, rushed up to take the slant away, and Jamarcus Miley was 10 yards past everybody. That was a great call. Now that's what you're talking about on adjustments.
Yeah,
and great call that time.
Talking about biting. That
he
quarterback
really
bit hard, didn't he?
I don't know if it was a slant that he faked or just at least the little turnaround, and then he just went.
Extra point try by Aiden Niken. Holder, Landon Key. The kick is up, and it is good. We got a tied game.
That's his best extra point of the year that time. That was deep in there, and good timing, too. That's how you come out of halftime now. That's how you do it there. Good adjustments that time. Totally different look offensively where they were just it really looked in the first half that Monroe knew exactly what we were running and everything, and that was a big time. We adjusted some routes. The tall sweeps were different. Tyler Bush getting the ball, and then the fake to the kind of the hitch and go route, I guess you could call it, to Miley.
Had 3 first downs on the drive. Gaines Bush had 1 of 6, 1 of 7. Johnson had 1 for 11, and then the 34-yard Miley touchdown. So couldn't be more opposite than what we saw in the first half. Probably ran almost half as many plays in that drive as we ran the whole first half.
Tied at 7, 8:46 to play here in the third.
Now we need to stop them, That's how you get momentum. It's scoring and then stopping the other team.
What was their total in the first half?
They had
130 yards.
130. 115 on the ground.
Yeah.
Seems like it would have been a little bit more than that, but
Stinson had 63.
They got it in big chunks or in the same drives, and we kept them out of the end zone.
Let's see, Georgie Brooks, and I believe that's Gerald's.
You would be right.
Back for Monroe County is Aiden Niken will kick off from the 40. 6'3" freshman. And that one's going to take a bounce toward the sideline. It goes out of bounds around the 20.
That doesn't hurt you near as much in high school as it does at the other levels. Goes out at the 20, and Monroe will take over
35.
Is it the 35?
Yeah. So it's about a 15-yard penalty. I honestly thought he would do that the very first kickoff of the game. It had a chance to go out of bounds, and he picked it up, and we pinned him.
All right, Falcons will have it at the 35-yard line. 8:46 to go, third quarter. Tied game now. Gerald's goes right, and we got Brooks this time on the near side. And it's Murphy in the backfield with Henson. High snap. He's going to keep it. Or that's Stinson, excuse me. Landon Stinson will get across the 35 to the 37-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, it was Austin Frazier on the tackle that time.
So 2nd and 8 for Monroe County with 8:30 to play here in the third. Ball at the 37.
Got a good football game here. 7-7.
Gerald's goes right. Brooks here on the near side. Murphy to the left. And he's going to take the snap. Murphy takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, trying to bounce to the right side, and be close to a first down. Going to maybe short a yard at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that's where they went back into the Wildcat that time and moved Murphy to the quarterback, and that was a direct snap to him.
Faked it to Brooks, kept it up the middle, tackled by Wyatt Pettigo.
3rd down and 1.
Be a big stop. 3 and out. Get the ball right back.
Maybe.
But that's a hard task. Just a yard for the Falcons to pick up.
Again, they've got Murphy and Stinson in the backfield. Stinson with the carry now as he's going to try to go forward with it. He gets across the 50 to the 48 of Barren County. First down for the Falcons.
Gain of 7.
Yeah, needed 1, got 7.
Tackle made by number 54, Wyatt Pettigo.
That was Wyatt Pettigo on the tackle. When there is a penalty, it looked like after the play, face mask on the Trojans. Add 15 more to that. I didn't see that. Looking at it on the replay, it was a pile of people.
It's hard to get in that pile right there, isn't it? Thrown by the line judge.
First big penalty against the Trojans.
It's the first real big penalty of the game by either team. Yeah. Everything's been of the 5-yard variety. No holds tonight, Heather.
No.
So now the ball is at the
They're in the Wildcat again.
4-yard line. Snap comes to Stinson. He hands it off.
Got to get that.
And missed tackle. They'll run it down to the 26, maybe the 25. It's Jamison Geralds.
Had a chance to get him right at the line of scrimmage, slipped away, and Frazier got him after about an 8-yard gain. You want to hear maybe the weirdest stat? I'll tell you after this play that they gave during the NFL game last night.
Yes.
Hold on, we'll run this play and
Brooks
I'll tell you.
left, Gerald's right, Stinson and Murphy in the backfield. Murphy's going to take the snap, going to hand it off to Brooks. Brooks working around to the right side. Somebody's going to have to get him. Finally, a tackle made inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line, or the 18-yard line, excuse me.
I'm surprised that he doesn't get it more than he gets it.
Right.
Because every time he
He's got
gets
some
it,
speed.
he looks like he's about ready to score to me. Gain of 14 on the play.
He's definitely not one of their leading backs, but he has that explosive. What I was going to say is they said last night that they keep missed tackles as a stat. You know how they keep everything as stats. And they said, surprisingly, teams that aren't very good miss a lot of tackles. I was like, I don't think you even have to keep that as a stat to make that make sense, right?
And teams that miss shot in basketball aren't very good either.
Murphy on the left. He's going to come to Stinson this time. And he faked the handoff. He's going to keep it. He's going to run to the near side of the field. He's tackled around the 12. And that was Tanner Slagle on the stop.
Ran right into Tanner.
But gain of 6. It was a touchdown if he didn't stop him.
So the ball is at the 13.
Yeah, give Stinson 78 yards on 13 carries.
Wildcat working a little bit better than it did there at the end of the first half.
They've totally switched up. They were under snap primarily the whole time. Now they're in Wildcat.
Yeah. Snap's going to come to Murphy, and Murphy's going to keep it. And he got to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like we had him, and he fought through about 2 or 3, picked up 3. Cameron hurt on the tackle, it looks like.
Third down and 3.
When you get that initial hit and they're still falling forward and pushing forward for that 3, that's what's making the difference right now in their ground game.
And we're doing everything we can to stop this run. I mean, we're basically got 9 people on the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Got Gerald's over the right side. Brooks is on the left side. Snap's going to come to Stinson. It's high. Bobbled it, but he kept it. 10. He gets to the 5s. He dives in.
Yeah, if we had any semblance that time of a rush, we would have sacked him for a large loss because he bobbled it, fumbled, and still picked up the first down.
Timeout, Barren.
So we take a timeout. Timeout of your day. Join the People's Bank. Their new location, 1300 West Main Street, Glasgow. Now open the People's Bank.
Looked like our outside linebacker was more back in coverage than.
Well, that's a play that you have to take advantage when the quarterback / Wildcat back drops it and fumbles it in the backfield, but they still end up picking up the first down. And this is pretty impressive. It looked like we had regained possibly the momentum to start the half, and Monroe has just marched it right back down our throat. Be first and goal from the 7. They're on they started off on the 35, got all the way down to 7 without throwing the pass yet. they're continuing. They're still running. They're just running it differently. They're out of the Wildcat now rather than under the center. And the way the game's been played is we're probably not going to get the ball back very much. It's already 4:44 left in the third quarter. We only had it like 2 or 3 times in the first, especially if we can't get any 3 and outs, and we have not gotten a 3 and out tonight. In fact, Monroe has not punted tonight.
All right, first and goal at the 7. And it's Murphy and Stinson. Snap is going to come to Stinson, and he's going to keep it. He's running it to the near side, breaks a tackle, and then tackle made by around the 3-yard line.
Pretty sure it's Slagle.
Tackle made by number 20, Tanner Slagle.
Gain of 3, be second and goal.
Falcons.
It's a tall task. You're asking a whole lot from your defense to stop them 3 times from 4 yards out.
When we really haven't
done that. It'd be great to get a mishandled snap or something like that, and we can jump on it.
They have done that. Yeah. They have bobbled it and fumbled it.
They kind of rotate back and forth between Murphy and Stinson to take the snap. It comes to Murphy this time. He finds a little bit of a hole, and he'll go in for the touchdown, looks like.
Yeah, he had all kinds of room because he kind of like pitter-pattered in there. To be honest with you, he kind of waited for the hole to develop, and we got a good angle for that one, and there was a pretty big hole right there, ran right through for a touchdown, 4 yards and a touchdown.
So that makes it 13-7, Monroe, with 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And Gabe Henson is on the field to attempt the extra point. Can't tell who the holder is.
25.
Gary Gerald's, number 25. And here is the kick. It's up.
Good.
And it's good by Henson. And so the Falcons have a 14-7 lead with 4 minutes to play in the third.
Henson, old school kicker, straight ahead. It works too.
Yep. You're listening to 103.7 Nash Icon, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow, online at ESPNKY.com and on BCHS Live, EPB Channel 19, SERTC Channel 97. Let's go down to Chad Withrow on the sideline.
Yeah, Jay, we had the momentum there after that touchdown, and we just all night long have trouble getting off the field, and, they just keep marching it right up the gut on us, and that's been a problem for 2 weeks now in a row.
Right. Sideline reports brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Jamarcus Miley and, is it Bush?
Tyler Bush.
Tyler Bush back to receive for the Trojans. As Gabe Henson will kick off from the 40-yard line. Falcons 14, Trojans 7. 4 minutes left to play, third. Kick coming toward Tyler Bush. Trying to field it, trying to pick it up. He's going to run back into the middle, spinning, and he's going to be tackled right around the 25-yard line.
Tackle made by number 2, Jordan.
All right, we got to get it back here.
Coach will take over 1st and 10.
Just joining us, Barren was behind 7-0 at halftime without a first down, and took the kick and proceeded to march it down for a touchdown. But Monroe answered with a touchdown of themselves, so it's 14-7.
Homecoming here next Friday night as the Trojans will host the Greenwood Gators. Homecoming will take place at halftime of the game. All right, let's see what the Trojans can do on this drive. Zach Johnson, Bush to his right, and he is looking to throw. Got in pass, he dumped it off. Was it complete? I couldn't tell.
I was trying to get it to Bush, and close to being pass interference. Looked like he went over the top. to knock it down, but no call. Wouldn't have gained a couple yards anyway.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 for the Trojans at their own 25. And Monroe County jumps off sides.
Yeah, that was 76 for Monroe.
Larry Joe Young.
Only their 3rd penalty.
So 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Still waiting for the play call.
Well, play clock's at 7. Down at 4. Down at 2. Finally. Pitch over, dropped
Fumble.
it. And
still fumble.
And let's see.
Still fumble. I think we got it back.
Came back with it.
It's going to be a loss of about 15. But that ball was another toss sweep that was not handled very well.
Zach Johnson finally got it.
But major mistake there.
They're going to mark it all the way back at the 15. We started at the 30th, maybe the 16. So we'll give them a loss of 14, and we'll have to give that to Johnson.
Too much of that from both teams tonight. The ball has been on the field probably 6 times, I guess, tonight.
Miley's here on the near side. 2 receivers to the left. And Johnson dumps it off in the middle. That's the first screen pass we've seen this year.
Got a shot right here.
And coming up field, get it across the 30 to about the 33.
That was Tyler Bush. That was a good call there that time. He picked up a pretty big chunk back, not a first down, but I like that call. And we are right now looking like we may go for it. 4th and 5. I would be surprised if we go for it. I think we're going to try to draw them off.
Yeah. Here's Johnson.
And I think
got plenty of time on the
17 seconds. That's right.
Drop back, punt it very easily, can he?
I think we might take the
5 yards.
5 yards.
We're trying one more time to jump.
Down at 4.
Just take the penalty. Yeah. I was glad he didn't take the timeout. I was worried he might take the timeout, and I didn't think it's worth blowing the timeout. I'd rather take the penalty. I thought we may try to draw him off one more time.
Right.
We tried once, and we had plenty of other times to do that, but Monroe did not bite on that one.
You don't have this. You probably don't have the same personnel out there you do running your straight offense going back to a punt formation. So that's the reason it's. I mean, even though Zach's a quarterback and the punter, it's not that easy.
You got to be careful with this one. We got Georgie Brooks back here.
Brooks.
He's capable of a big return.
Here's Johnson with a punt. Nice one.
Good kick.
And Brooks has got it at the 40. He'll run it to the 45, trying to get to the 50, and he's tackled on the far side of the field.
Who was that? Who made that tackle
looks
there?
like Jake Gill.
Okay, good tackle that time. Still good return.
Yep.
That 10, 12 yards on the return. He had some room. That was a good tackle to save even more yardage.
Minute 53 left to go here in the third quarter.
Can't let him have a big drive again and run a lot of time off and end in a touchdown.
Yeah, that would be devastating.
They're sending Henson back in the game now to quarterback. Here on the near side, wide out is Wade Thompson. Jamison Gerald's on the right.
Got a big lineman.
In the wishbone. And who is the who we got?
He put 69 back there as a fullback. He's a big old boy.
69 is Chance Page, 6'4", 272.
Hate to tackle him.
He started on the line, and
yeah, he was in the fullback position that time. Penalty is, I don't know what the penalty is.
I don't know. They're looking at Monroe.
Illegal participation.
Yep.
I don't know if it was 12 men on the field or what for Monroe.
They got one coming off and nobody else going back on.
Off.
So looks like 12.
So 1st and 15 for the Falcons. Ball on the 44-yard line of Monroe.
And they still have.
They put Page back there again in that wishbone with Murphy and Stinson.
I assume he's blocking somebody.
Henson's under center. And he handed it off. Coming to the near side. Tackle made.
Tyler Bush again.
Yep.
No gain.
May have lost a yard.
Tyler Bush played well. Who handled the ball that time? I went to sleep on that. Was that
32, I
that
think.
was Stinson.
Yeah.
No gain. Maybe lost of 1. He is Stinson is their leading carrier. 16 for 87.
Thompson on the right. Got Cale Hagan, wide receiver, on the near side for the Falcons. They got Gerald's in the backfield now on that wishbone with Stinson and Murphy. And here is Henson. He gets rid of the football.
It was Tyler Bush
Tyler
again
Bush
on the
blitzing through and putting the pressure on Henson. Brings up third down and 16.
Yeah, it's their first pass attempt of the second half, and no chance to make that because Tyler Bush was blitzing in from his outside linebacker position.
Tyler disrupting this series for the Falcons.
Down to about a minute to play, 1:05 to be exact, here in the third quarter. 14-7 Monroe County. Thompson on the right. And Gerald's will come. Let's see where he's going to set. He's going to set in the backfield in that wishbone with Stinson and Murphy. Henson under center. And whistle.
Timeout, Monroe, I believe.
It's either that or we're going to get a delay.
Timeout, Falcons.
So People's Bank timeout. They're located at 1300 West Main Street in Glasgow, their new location.
Got any scores lately?
I haven't got anything.
Or how the Glasgow and Allen's going?
Well, I don't have anything. Usually I'm updated every little bit. I have nothing from anybody.
Well,
Might see if they can pull it up on the monitor.
It was the last score we had was 6-0 Glasgow.
that's what it was at halftime, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
Which I think most people think was a little surprising, though. I think Allen's got a good team. Solid, but I thought Glasgow probably had more weapons, more, Of course, we haven't seen Glasgow in the last year or two, but just judging what I've read and heard that, they have some big up front, Glasgow, and got obviously good skill athletes. And I think they're rated third or fourth in the state in AA.
Right.
Everybody a little slow putting scores up tonight.
All right, let's see. This is different. We got two receivers each way for Monroe, and here's Henson out of the gun. Stinson was to his right. He's going to air it out. Wobbly pass, and a pass could have been intercepted.
It was like a punt.
Had good coverage over there.
Yeah, he just threw that up on a go route. I don't think anybody saw it. Our defensive backs didn't see that, and neither did the receiver.
It actually almost landed right where the Monroe County receiver that was Gerald's was, though.
They almost acted like they were surprised. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go to him because the coaching staff's over here talking to the quarterback.
Murphy is the punter. First time Monroe's punted the ball. 4th and 16 from the 43. Snap comes to Murphy. And back there is, who is it, Slagle? So the Trojans will have it at the 27 or the 28-yard line.
With 49.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Kind of hit a little lull where both teams scored to start the third quarter, and then neither team did anything. It was really the first time we stopped them. That's the first time we punted them. The first time that Monroe has had to punt. So actually that was a good series for the Trojans, and now we got to take advantage of that.
Yeah. So the Trojans have it at their own 28. Two receivers here on the near side. Snap comes to Johnson, pitches over. And trying to find a hole up the middle. Stopped at the 30.
Bush.
That was Tyler Bush with about 2 yards.
Pick up about a yard on that play. It'll be second down and 9.
Looks like Glasgow just scored 14-0 now. Allen County Glasgow up over Allen County 14-0. Just a couple minutes left in the third.
All right, second down, 20 seconds to go here in the third. This will be the last play of the quarter, should be, with Miley going out to the left side. 2 receivers here on the near side. Johnson with Bush in the backfield. Down to 2. They're going to let the clock run out. So that will do it for 3 quarters. And after 3, it's Monroe County 14, Barren County Trojans 7.
Heading into the second year from an approximate 12-year hiatus, the Trojan Times has an all-new look and an all-new approach to bringing you BCHS happenings. We are an entirely student-based publication working more than ever this year to inform you with BCHS happenings. I'm Brennan Crane, Editor-in-Chief, and I can say that we are thrilled to showcase BCHS in a whole new way. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at BC Trojan Times. You won't want to miss this. Go BC!
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Turner, voice. Jay Turner with John Butler, Robert Bauer, and Chad Withrow here from Trojan Field. Monroe County leading 14-7. Trojans with the football going right to left. Coming to the near side of the field, running up the sideline. It's Tyler Bush. Tyler Bush, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Barren County.
How about that big play? 71 yards. 71 yards, but I think it's coming back.
I didn't see the flag.
There's a flag in front of the Monroe County bench at the 38.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I didn't see it, but that's where it is, and that was just a little swing pattern to Tyler Bush. And what was impressive is Tyler Bush outran all of Monroe County, and I thought that their fastest player, Georgie Brooks, had a shot at him, and he just outran him. He's coming back.
Here's the thing. There's been holding both ways tonight. They haven't called it all night.
It's the first hold of the night.
And we'll watch it again and see if we can pick it up. But that's a shame because you know those plays that we've seen from other teams the last few weeks where they haven't been meant to go for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was one of those plays. And
yeah, it's one of our outside receivers are going to call a hold. If it was pretty light, to say the least.
So he just kind of took him down.
Just kind of, the defensive back that was going to try to make the play kind of got turned around a little bit, so that may have looked like a hold, but boy, it's a tough call. It nullified a 71-yard touchdown. It's basically a 2-yard loss. 1-yard loss. Back to the 28. The play started at the 29.
Yeah.
Tough. But you're right. You said in the pregame, get the ball to Tyler Bush, make plays happen. I think,
he's played well, too.
He's defensively played really well. That was a weak hold.
Play clock at 4. Ryan Shirley in the backfield. And here is Johnson. He's going to air it out to Jamarcus Miley. Made a dive for it, but couldn't get to it.
Just couldn't get off the block there, or the defensive back was bumping him just a little bit. That was Thompson.
Yeah, there was contact, no question about it, but no call. Just the go route that time to Jamarcus.
To be fair, there's probably as much contact with the receiver there as there was on the hold, but they called Tyler's run back.
3rd and 10. Barren County on their own 28-yard line. Ryan Shirley is in the backfield. Freshman with quarterback Zach Johnson. And got 2 receivers on the near side. I believe that's Miley out of the right. And Play clock at 6. Takes a snap, drops back. He's going to look for Miley, and the pass is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it was a slant. He was open, just threw it high and behind, and that's the one area you don't want to throw a slant high and behind. So it's the first big penalty that really has had a big change to the game right there.
Be our 6th punt.
You know, I thought we got a break in the first half with the punt that they called basically a fumble on Monroe that it didn't look like to me they touched, but this was a bigger break for Monroe, a touchdown called back.
High snap to Johnson.
Good job just getting it away.
Got it away, though, and high bounce.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable play that time by Zach Johnson. It was really high, and he was under pressure, too. I'm surprised he did not get the block.
Yeah. So Monroe will have the ball at their own 48-yard line. 11:28 to go in the ball game. This fourth quarter is sponsored by Southern States of Glasgow and Horse Cave.
Defensive series last time was a 3-and-out. Is that right?
That's correct.
Need another one. We can't let Monroe march it.
I think a touchdown ends it. Be very difficult to come back.
On the Coca-Cola scoreboard after 3, Adair County 7, Metcalfe County 0.
Kind of what I thought. It'd be low scoring, two teams that struggle offensively.
All right, Monroe County moving left to right here in this fourth quarter. Brooks comes in motion, and we got a flag.
That was movement early on Monroe. Looked like the left side of their line, or right side of their line, sorry.
Back them up 5.
5th penalty. 25 yards. They bobbled that one, too.
Yeah.
We've got if that's the break to get right there, isn't it? A muffed or fumbled snap, and we got to get on that to give us a chance to get the ball back and offense to a touchdown.
First down, 15. Falcons on the 43-yard line. Gerald's is here on the near side. Brooks is out to the left. And we got Murphy going to take the snap. And he's going to hand it off. Going to the near side, Georgie Brooks.
How about Tyler
Bush? All over that one.
I'm going to recommend him for player of the game.
I was going to say it last series, but he's not doing anything to hurt his chances.
He's pretty much been the best player on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah.
-3 on that carry.
Second and a mile.
1 minute gone here in the fourth. Taylor County leads LaRue County 39-0. 4 minutes to go.
That's ominous since we have Taylor on our schedule. I thought they looked pretty good last year when we played them.
They're a top 10 team, and where they play 4A?
4A.
Brooks on the left, and it was Gerald's. We got somebody.
All of a sudden,
Monroe's falling apart.
Yeah, and the penalties have come out. That's another illegal motion. Give them 6 for 30 yards, all of the 5-yard variety.
That was the left side.
Second down is about
most
20.
Yeah, most teams aren't built to pick up second and 24 now.
24, yeah.
Especially teams that have only passed it, 6 times and completed 3, one to the other team.
But I was going to say Monroe in particular is not really built this year. Now, Ty Mink is a different story, but, when they're down to because of their injuries.
Glasgow 14 and Allen nothing after 3. Lined up an I formation. And Henson rolling out left. Dumps it off. It's incomplete to Murphy.
That was pressure that time by Tyler Bush that caused that because there was some yardage to be made if they could have completed that pass, but Tyler was all in the quarterback's face.
Third down, 24.
If I'm Monroe, I'm running it. Just a draw, run a clock, and punt because they're not going to pick up this 3 unless we make a mistake. I don't see them picking up 3 and 24.
And if you're us, do you sell out and bring everybody?
No, I don't. I
just safety.
They're going to have 3 receivers to the left this time. Gerald's, Hagan, Murphy.
Keep them in front. Make the tackle here.
And Henson trying to get rid of the football to Stinson and trying to threw it at his feet.
Yeah, that was just a simple throw, probably not 10 yards, and just threw it right at his feet.
Kind of a screen they were trying to set up there, but Monroe is, I don't know if they're getting tired or what, but they have not played well here. But give credit to our defense, I think, especially Tyler Bush, who's part of the disruption and problem that Monroe's having.
Murphy, the punter.
Set to return for the Trojans, number 20, Tanner Slagle.
Not a good punt.
Very high, short. He's going to take a high bounce.
Get out of the way, guys.
All the way down to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, so one thing that the turf field produces is big bounces. And if it lands just right, you're going to get an extra 10, 15, sometimes 20 yards off the bounce.
Probably rolled as much as it
did.
Carried in the air, didn't it?
But that was still the right decision. I don't think Tanner could have gotten there and made that
been a tough catch.
Been a tough catch off the punt.
9:56.
Not many possessions left.
No,
in this one, right?
No, shouldn't be. But this quarter has kind of slowed right here. Neither penalties and neither team, I was going to say, has done a lot this quarter. Though we scored a 71-yard touchdown, that was called back.
Yeah. Going to have 3 receivers to the right for the Trojans. Miley's on the near side. And here's Johnson. He's looking. Gets rid of the football. It's going to be complete at the 40. And up to the 45, 46, maybe the 47.
That's Landon Key, I believe.
That's right.
Landon Key?
I think, about a 14-yard gain. I think Zach actually throws it better sometimes off the run that time, especially if he's going to his right. And that was a good, solid throw that time to Landon Key.
So that's good for a Citizens' first down. At the 46-yard line. And here on the near side, we got 2 receivers. Comes to Johnson, pitches it over. And Tyler Bush trying to run back and forth. He's zigzagging through. Real shifty on that move. Maybe a first down. It's close from this angle. It looks like it is.
He's had a transformation from the last year. I mean, that was just a toss sweep to the left. It had nothing, and that was pure cutback and athleticism, and turned that into a first down.
13-yard gain, right?
Yeah, I mean, he looks absolutely tremendous. I think he's looked good all year. He's got to be getting a little tired. He's playing both.
Right.
Not only is he playing both offense and defense, he's making plays on both sides.
Yeah. But doesn't that motor have a little bit more get up and go when you're playing well for a win?
Man, when you're playing well, too, you tend to have more energy.
It's on the Monroe County 43. And coming to the near side, Miley. Miley trying to keep going. And we stopped at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, never did really bring him down.
Fairly well blocked on the left side. Got around the edge that time, unlike what he did at first play of the game.
Gain of 6.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 4.
Got a little bit of push. Got a little bit of momentum going here. Got into Monroe County territory. Got to keep moving. I think we're getting the right people involved, too. Getting them the ball, and they're making plays.
Withrow and got a wide out on the right, and it's Bush going to get tripped up in the backfield, be a loss.
Yeah, that was Murphy on the play. It really that was a sweep, and Murphy blitzed in there and got Tyler before he could get going. Tyler looks tired to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He got up kind of slow, and he has every right to be tired. 3rd and 8. It's hard to rest him, though, with 8 minutes to go in a game the way he's playing.
Ball is at the 41-yard line. 3rd down and about 8 for the Trojans. And Miley is split out wide to the right. Here's Johnson dropping back. Screen coming to
Tyler Bush.
Tyler Bush at the 40. Only picked up 1.
Yeah, Tyler's tired. He's slumped over, hands on his knees right before that play.
The 4th and 7, 7.5. Clearly 4th down territory right here. We're inside right at the 40 of Monroe. 7 minutes left in the game.
Play clock hadn't even started. You got to.
Yeah, this is obviously a big play right here.
They jumped.
Yeah, they jumped.
They got back, though.
Evidently did not cross the line because they didn't call it.
Still got plenty of time, 12 seconds.
I'd still try to draw them off one more time, but I think we're
going.
We got to go.
Yeah.
Whether you call a timeout and go or go.
Johnson fires it.
Good catch.
Caught. Taking it downfield.
Touchdown.
Angling off
Get
to the
there.
right side.
Get there.
10, 5, and knocked out of bounds.
That's Charleston there, isn't it?
Yeah. Karsten Chelsea.
Karsten Chelsea right there. That was a heck of a catch because that ball was high, and he just went up and caught it and then almost scored all the way to the 5-yard line. Pick up a 35.
I tell you what, he's made some really good catches this year, and they've all been tough, kind of acrobatic-like catches. What I would have done differently is I would have made Brooks make that tackle instead of trying to go with the stiff arm to keep him away. Just kind of keep going to that pile line and see if you can beat him there.
First and goal at the 8. What we got?
Timeout. Official timeout. I think it has to do.
I think we got Cameron Hurt in the backfield, isn't he? Or is he on the line? He's standing back a little bit.
Well, this is another weird formation. I'm going to tell you what you got. You got Bradshaw, you got Pettigo, and you got Cameron Hurt, all three kind of a secondary line in front of Johnson.
Yeah. Johnson's going to keep it. He's trying to go over the pile. Gets inside the 5 to about the 4.
There was a mammoth hole on the left side, but he decided to cut it up and try to go right. If he goes left, that's a touchdown.
This has to be the jumbo package because we got every offensive lineman that's ever played in the game right now.
I will give it to Jackson. He's thrown some weird formations out there tonight.
So it's second and goal at the 5 for Barren County.
Same formation, this time to the right with the offensive lineman in the backfield.
Snap comes to Johnson. He's looking. Throws it back to the left. It is Miley. Inside the 5 to about the 3.
Man, that was well defended. I thought that was a neat little play that time. He faked that run and threw it opposite to Miley, and that was pretty well defended.
Yeah, you go opposite heavy side.
Yep. Third and goal from the 4.
Where they got that ball at? I can't tell.
4-yard line.
Okay.
Third and goal from the 4.
You got 2 plays to get 4.
And then it's a real interesting to call. If we score, do we go for 1 or 2?
We haven't gone for 2. Wide receiver to the right. Johnson going to keep it. Looks toward the end zone. It was deflected.
It was open. Bush was wide open.
Wide open. And all it took was just a little bit of a touch pass over the defensive line, and it would have been a touchdown, and it was deflected by the defensive lineman. I think he threw it. I think if he led him a little bit more with a little bit more touch, it may have been a touchdown. That's another good call by Jackson.
I'd be tempted to run the play again. I know you don't do that very many times in football, but that's a touchdown play.
Well, this needs to be his best play. 4th and 5. Whatever your best play, most confident play, this has to be it right here.
Keys receiver out to the right. Miley will be on the near side.
I'd like to see number 5 get it.
It's lined up kind of in the slot.
Comes to Johnson. Going to throw it into the end
Got
zone.
it.
Touchdown! Barren County right to the back of the end zone.
That was a Tim Tebow.
That was a super call. That was to number 9 again. That's our boy Karsten Chelsea, who's made a lot of big plays. And that was the old Tim Tebow where you fake the run and then it's like the jump pass right there. Now, listen, he wasn't wide open.
No.
If you're not here, he was not wide open. He had to go up and get it over. Now, let's see what we're going to do. Are we going to go for 1? We're going to go for 2. I said off there I thought we would try to go for the win right here.
Big play, no doubt.
This is huge right here.
Oh.
They fumbled it, picked it back up, and tackled.
Tried to run something fancy there. Go wishbone with the freshman.
To Thomas. Yeah, I mean to the freshman.
Jackson had to have been trying to get a timeout. He is irate at the linesman.
I don't know if he's yelling at Somebody, yeah.
I can't. He's out of the screen on our monitor.
Let's go down to Chad Withrow. Was he trying to call a timeout, Chad?
Yeah, he was trying to call a timeout, but it was, almost right at the snap. It was very, very close. I mean, it'd been a bang-bang timeout if he would have got it.
Hey, listen, I like the decision going for it.
I did
off
too.
there. Yeah, I think that's the right decision.
I mean, you still got 5 minutes to go, 2 timeouts, so you can 3 and out. You get the ball back. We've moved the ball good this second half.
It's one of those you lose, you get questioned, and
I think
you get
it's
it.
the right
You're
call.
a hero, but I'm 100% with you. We talked about it.
Takes the pressure off the freshman kicker, and I like going for it right there. Now, I think you can debate the call right there, and was a little. You may want that call back, and I think that's why he's calling timeout, because the freshman 24 for us has not touched it tonight, as far as I know.
Ryan Shirley.
Yeah, and he ended up getting the ball directly from the center. So 14-13, 1 point game. Still got obviously got to get a stop, go in and score.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. And listen, I think a hard ball on the ground sometimes causes problems off this off this turf right here. I'd kick it hard right at those first couple of lines here.
Mm-hmm. Aiden Niken.
And they're kicking it deep. And this is Gerald's.
At about the 12-yard line, Jamison Gerald's will take it up to about the 33, 34-yard line.
All right, we've where we did not stop them one time the first half, we have stopped them back-to-back times here in the fourth, and we need one more to give us a chance for the win here.
Yep. Needless to say, this drives for the game.
Yeah.
Even though it was a 1 point game last week at Adair County, I think it's safe to say we probably played much better the second half maybe than we did at Adair County.
I think so.
Not first half, but
No.
the second half we're a much different team.
And we got Murphy taking the snap and tackle at the 32-yard line. Maybe a loss.
That was Pettigo.
Spotted. Are they going to get him a yard? So 2nd and 9 for Monroe County. 4:24 left to play here in the ball game, and a 14-13 Monroe County lead as the Falcons are moving left to right here in this fourth quarter. Got Murphy and Stinson in the backfield, and receivers left and right. Snap comes and it's right down the middle. Landon Stinson.
Tackle by Neal, but that was a big first down.
Yeah, it was. That was out of the Wildcat where he faked the handoff and just took it himself and picked up about 12 on it. That puts him at 99 yards, Stinson.
And at the 45-yard line.
And that's a big first down.
Clock is running.
Clock's not our friend. We have 2 timeouts, but can't just use them.
4 minutes and pretty good field position right now for Monroe too. If they do have to punt it, we will be in. We'll have to go a long way if we can get it back.
Gerald's on the near side, Brooks on the left, and the snap, and he's keeping it.
Wow.
Tackler
Murphy
probably
just
about
carried
5 yards.
Who did he carry?
Schwartzer got drug about 5 yards
from behind. Yeah. The only, they have dropped the ball several times tonight. Not really off our hits, but they've had trouble with the exchanges.
That may be one of the reasons they've gone Wildcat, is just to limit the exchanges.
Because they had more trouble from under the center than they have out of the Wildcat.
But still, they're kind of flirting with handing it off to Brooks there, and I think whoever snaps it, if you're Billy Joe, you got to just tell him to keep it and run.
2:40.
2nd and 4.
Fumbles.
Stinson fumbles it.
As I said, yep.
And
bring him down.
Up and goes. And it takes. They still didn't get him down. Yes.
We're going to get a timeout here.
Clock stop. 2:34.
I don't know why Monroe's had so much trouble with that, unless part of that Wildcat is is sometimes maybe they're taking their eye off the ball and looking at the back to hand off to. You know, there's a lot of motion going on, but they've bobbled it several times tonight.
And to me, the snaps haven't been terrible.
No, the snaps are good actually. It's taking their eye off of it, or it's the exchange. So it's going to be 3rd and 7, and I think if they get within a yard or two, they'll go for it. If they don't pick up many, I think they're going to punt.
By calling that timeout, we kind of sell out for this drive. And that's what you have to do. That's the right call to call it there.
No, yeah, it's a good call. Yeah, we got one timeout left.
Defense has played well the last 2 series. We'll see if they can keep that up and give the offense a chance to win it. Last 2 weeks, what have we said? Going in, toss-up games, and they have been toss-ups on the scoreboard.
20-19, 14-13. Unfortunately, we've been on the short end of both.
Still got 2:34 to correct it, though. Still looking for that turnover. I think there's one in the bag that Monroe County coughs up that we can get.
Well, they've been teasing us with it.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
They've got the big jumbo line up. The big
Chance Page is back there, and here's Henson. Hands it off to Stinson and breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle, and finally tackled at the 48. Good. That clock continues to run.
Yeah.
Call the timeout.
That was Neal that time on tackle. That was a good job. We hit him about 4 or 5 times that time, and took a while to bring him down, but we finally got him down. But that was a good job of not giving up on the play for the Trojans.
We're going to save the timeout and make them use, but it took the referee forever to spot the ball. Took him about 15 seconds before they even put the ball into play and ran the play clock. Under 2, and they're going.
4th and 6.
Surprised.
A little bit.
Wishbone. Henson.
Got to get a push. They're going to try to dry us maybe and then call a timeout. That's what happened.
Yep,
we didn't go.
1:46 to play.
You know, here's the situation for Monroe. They're on their own 49, 4th and 6, 1:46 left. And if they go for it and don't get it, then we get great field position with a chance to win. If they punt it, you know, it's always going to push us a lot farther back. But you're always, anytime you're punting, you're also running the risk of a high snap or block punt. And there's dangers, I guess, to doing both. I saw Michigan lose to Michigan State last year in college football. There's no way they can get beat with 16 seconds to go. They tried to punt it and got it blocked, and Michigan State ran it back and beat them.
If we go for it and rough the kicker, though, the game's over.
That's true.
So there's a lot of ifs and buts right here.
I would personally kick it if I'm Monroe, because I don't think they're going to get it on 4th and 6.
They went for it on 4th down. That was early in the game. Clearly not the same situation. I think if you're Billy Joe Murphy, you elect to play field position and pin us, and then make us go.
Because in high school football, for the most part, the field goes out. You know, I mean, people are not kicking 35, 40-yard field goals to win games. You almost force people to score. So they are in punt.
Yep, Murphy back to punt.
Just come up and field it and give us a chance. It's probably where you want to go here.
Snap to Murphy. And it's going to be caught at the 22, 25, up to the 30. Trying to get around to the 35.
All right,
40,
good job out there.
Great return. I think that was a great block that time by Tanner Slagle. Freed him for an extra 10. We'll have it 138, one timeout, and we'll have to go about, 58 yards?
Yeah, that was a good return by Landon because he came up and got the ball rather than let it bounce, and ends up only be about a 12-yard, 12, 13 yards from where they kicked it from. So,
and that wasn't an easy catch. He was running to the side. That's not one of those you camp under forever. So
that was perfect for us. You know, if Billy Joe knew that was going to happen, he probably would have gone for it.
Yeah. But defense has played really well second half. You got to say that. Offense has got to back them up, and we're in a situation like we were in last week, so we've been there now.
Right.
Got to execute. Timeout, Monroe.
So we take a People's Bank timeout. People's Bank's new locations at 1300 West Main in Glasgow.
Surprising timeout for Monroe. Right now they have none, and that's after a punt. So not really for sure what that was about, to be honest with you. You'd like to at least keep one. You never know when you may have it. That seemed like a wasteful one. I guess they weren't happy with the alignment, and they want to make sure. Of course, if you're Monroe, you have to have your safeties back. You have to keep everything in front of you. The one thing you don't want to do is give up a big play. But it seems like high school teams have a harder time with that.
You think back to last week, and I said we're in the similar situation we were last week. That was painful, obviously, going to there, losing by one, a game you think you're going to win or could win. But it's okay because you put yourself in those situations to learn from them and build on them, and this is what that would be a lot better.
Yeah, well, football didn't play 20 summer games like they do in basketball.
Yeah.
So, this is pretty much how they learn how to learn to stop this or to score.
2 receivers each way. Johnson looking, got some time. Going to throw it downfield. It is going to be caught. It's Miley. And he gets inside the 20-yard line down to about the 18.
Post pattern there, about 50 yards, not quite 50, 40. That's a great throw by Zach Johnson. He had a ton of time. How he got behind everybody, I'm not for sure, but he certainly did. 1st and 10 from the, what is it, 15?
I can't really tell. 39.
17-yard line.
42-yard game for Miley.
And wide open there. Great throw that time. But like I said, he had unbelievable time. And
that clock's running. Minute 20 to go.
Can't believe he had that much protection.
Clock's not a factor now. And Monroe has no timeouts to even regroup.
Here's Johnson. Quick throw coming left.
Touchdown.
Wide open. Touchdown. Barren County.
That was Mr. Carson Chelson, who's had 2 big catches, and that's his 2nd touchdown of the 4th quarter.
And just a quick little hitter from Zach Johnson. He put the ball right on the money, broke 1 tackle, and then touchdown. Wow, 2 plays, 60 yards.
Might have our offensive player of the game right there.
Yes.
Well, Zach Johnson's knocking on the door, too. Both of them.
You got a lot. You got 2 touchdowns for Miley, 2 touchdowns for Chelson, and obviously that makes 4 touchdowns for Zach Johnson all through the air.
For the year, for the last 2 games, right? Yeah.
Trojans will go for 2. 19-14, Barren County. 1:07 left in the game. Man in motion. That's Miley coming left. Johnson goes right. He's looking, spinning away, trying to go into the end zone. Did he make it? Yes!
What an effort there.
2-point conversion for Zach Johnson.
Unbelievable effort because there was nothing there. He just ran through people. It's a big play, 21-14. Big play. Wow. Unbelievable right there. I tell you what, you can't draw it up any better. Two plays touchdown off the punt. 2 big pass plays that time by Zach Johnson, and then running in himself for a 2-point conversion.
Let's go down to Chad Withrow. What about that one, Chad?
Well, you can't say enough about the kids' grit and guts. The first half, same like last week, we were just totally dominated, and it looks like they changed players the second half. I'm happy for them and so proud of their effort, the way they really fought and took it to Monroe County this second half.
Now you got to finish the game, though.
67 seconds to go.
Yeah, now you got to finish the game. Now it's not easy for I do think we got an obviously you're up 7th, minute 7 to go. You got an advantage, but
Monroe no timeouts.
Monroe no timeouts, and have really not shown much in the air. They are 2 for 8 for only 15 yards to the air, and unless they run this kickoff back, they're going to have to throw it.
You'd like to see it put on the ground, wouldn't you?
Yes.
A high bouncer.
There's no way this ball should be in the air. Not with their 2 returners are pretty good.
Yeah, Brooks and who's that, Gerald's?
Yeah, I think this has to be a grounder.
Or Murphy's back there. Aiden Niken will kick off from the 40. 1:07 to go. Barren County 21, Monroe County 14.
This should be like my 3-iron. Never in the air.
And it's going deep.
It's Brooks.
Right.
Brooks takes it at the 10. Gets to the 15. Now to the 20, 25. Oh, no. He's going to break it wide open.
Unbelievable.
And he's going to take it all the way.
No way this could happen.
And it'll be a touchdown for Monroe County. Georgie Brooks.
You got to kick it. You got to kick it on the ground. It prevents that. The two best athletes are the backs, and he just got a little seam and nobody on the kickoff squad.
88 yards.
I didn't mean to predict that when I said that, but
88 yards.
now see what they're going to do. Will they go for two and the win?
They got a pretty solid kicker. He's been right down the middle.
He really has, but that's incredible.
21-20, Barren 54.9.
Brooks is just a heck of a athlete.
Yep.
And wow, so we'll see what happens.
The old adage is
they're going for two.
They're going to win on the road, right?
Yep. They're going to
No, they're putting it right on the. So they have no timeout, so they're little. Oh, they're going for two.
They don't have a timeout. They're trying to call
No,
timeout.
see, they're not. They don't have enough players. They don't have enough players. Okay.
You can't take a 5-yard penalty. Now they got the back end.
Now I like our chances right here because they look discombobulated.
Why are we calling timeout?
We sure did.
Did we call timeout?
See, they got the ball directly on the. They can put it on the hash mark if they go for two, and they did not. I think both teams are confused, to be honest with you.
We might have did them a little favor,
Could
though.
be, because Monroe, there was one person short, and they're going for it right here.
Yeah. On the Coca-Cola scoreboard, a final score in, it was Metcalfe County 8, Adair County 7.
Well, congratulations to LJ.
They needed that win. They were 0-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big win.
54.9 left here. Barren with a 1-point lead, 21-20. Monroe County is going to go for two.
This is the game.
This will be it.
If Monroe does not score, I mean, they can go for an onside kick. I should take that back.
Here we go, Trojan fans. One more.
All right, they got Gerald's out to the left. They've got Thompson here on the near side.
They're still confused.
They've got Chance Page. Got the wishbone back there trying to get settled.
Still confused.
Henson will pitch it out, and it is stopped.
They did not get in.
They stopped him at the 1-yard line.
The big jumbo.
Braden Murphy.
Well, here's what happened. The big jumbo tackle they put in to be the fullback went to the wrong side.
Yeah, he sure did.
He went to the left side, and the play was run to the right side, and Billy Joe Murphy was trying to move him. He went to the wrong side.
It's sometimes difficult when you put in a special package in a special situation. You don't know your alignment.
But that's after a timeout, though. And they still did not. He was on the wrong side, and they needed him on the right side. So now you got to be ready for the onside kick. If we recover the onside kick, game's over. You just take a knee.
You ever come out of a timeout and a player not did the right thing? It's
Yes.
the most frustrating thing in the world, isn't it?
Yes. It happens. I mean, it's high school, but it's also can cost you a game. And we stopped them 1 yard short. Who made the tackle?
I'm trying to run it back.
I should have called that, but I was kind of watching.
That's what I was.
I was watching the alignment was wrong.
Yeah.
I'll have it for you by the time we hopefully recover this onside kick. We got a heavy right side here. The hands team obviously out here. We got to be on the right side of the field, though.
Wow.
That's Tyler Bush again?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about Tyler Bush again? Make the tackle to end it.
There's no question, Mr. Defensive Player of the game is Tyler Bush, right? And if he doesn't make that tackle, and it's kind of open field, it was almost one-on-one between him and the back.
That's probably where that big lineman was supposed to.
He fills that hole, and it's another kind of game here.
Henson will kick off.
You mentioned it. This turf can give you some funny things.
Well, I guarantee you Monroe has not practiced onside kick on a turf.
We do it all the time, though.
And this is what this is going to be. No.
Offside Monroe.
They blew this dead before the play, though. So they're going to re-kick it. Yeah, you can't decline this one. This was stopped beforehand.
You let it go, but they can't. That wasn't a very good onside attempt.
No, I mean, you rarely see high school kids can do this. But you do have the benefit of a big bounce.
So now Henson will kick it from the 35. 54.9 to play. Barren up 21-20. Got to be ready. There it goes. Ensign.
Tyler Bush.
Did we get it?
Yep.
Yes.
Tyler
Tyler
right
Bush.
to him.
His night, boys.
Yep.
And that will do it right here. Just take a knee, take 2 knees, game over.
Yep.
Terrific win.
Wow.
After the first half in which we did not have a first down, we come back and put 21 up and going to win this game 21-20, barring something crazy.
We didn't even have positive yardage, much less a first down. And then, as Chad said, it was the same players, but it was almost like completely different players played the second half than the first.
There's the knee. One more. Barren County's going to win it 21-20. Another 1-point game between these two teams.
Well, we haven't mentioned this, but the Zach Johnson 2-point extra point made it from 19 to 21 is the difference. When he just ran over somebody at the goal line, right?
Yep.
I mean, that was a heck of a play. I mean, his 2 touchdown passes and that 2-point extra point is the difference.
Had 3 touchdown passes.
3 touchdown passes. That's exactly right.
2 to Chelsea, 1 to Miley.
That's it. Barren County's going to win it 21-20 over Monroe County.
Might be those gray uniforms.
Well, a huge win.
Coach Jackson Arnett gets his first win of the season in the brand new stadium on the turf. We will come back with a post-game report brought to you by Zaxby's of Glasgow. Head to Zaxby's after the game. Zaxby's on Happy Valley Road. 21-20. Trojans victorious tonight. You're following Barren County High football on 103.7 Nash Icon.